Welcome back, Truth Seeker. September 20th, 2019. Today my suspension ended on my main channel with YouTube, but it only got worse from there. Upon leaving a video that my suspension had ended, they then deleted another video, deleting the channel, giving it its third strike. And this is now my 18th channel terminated. It's too bad because that channel, had 1,500 videos on it, important information, and, to date I've now had over 5,000 videos deleted by YouTube between all 18 channels. But this is what they do. They write, "Hi Gematria Effect News. Our team has reviewed your content and unfortunately we think it violates our hate speech policy." Well, what kind of hate speech policy is that? Because there was no hate in my video, just information about how people from Israel were arrested in New Jersey on the date of September 11th and sent back to Israel, where they went on television and said they were here to document the event. That's exactly what I said. And I suppose I could get a strike for this, for more hate speech. But how is that hate speech? I mean, where is the hate in talking about real history? And I didn't throw any, expletives out there or any comments about what should be done to those people. I'm just sharing with people that this is documented fact. It was reported even on 60 Minutes. This isn't some crazy conspiracy theory. This is something that was part of the mainstream narrative in 9/11. It wasn't the most touched on topic, just like Building 7's not the most touched on topic, but it was part of the story. Let's read the emails they send out as they delete channels. "We know that this might be disappointing." What's funny is this same video is up on this channel right now, and we'll see if it ends up getting a strike. It might very well. "We know that this might be disappointing, but it's important to us that YouTube is a safe place for all. If content breaks our rules, we remove it. If you think we've made a mistake, you can appeal and we'll take another look. Keep reading for more details." The thing is, they do this all the time, and you do appeal and say, "Can you please tell me where the hate speech is?" All they ever say back is appeal rejected. They don't give any specifics. This is just a... The truth is, what they're calling hate speech is stuff that exposes tyranny. Exposing tyranny is the new definition of hate speech on YouTube. How your content violated the policy. Content glorifying or inciting violence against another person or group of people is not allowed on YouTube. Didn't do that. We also don't allow any content that encourages hatred of another person or group of people based on their membership in a protected group. Well, I didn't encourage hatred. I'm just saying that, these are the facts. This should be questioned. "We review educational, documentary, artistic, and scientific content on a case-by-case basis. Limited exceptions are made for content with sufficient and appropriate content and where the purpose of posting is clear." Okay. "How this affects your channel. We've issued a third strike against your account and your channel has been permanently removed from YouTube." And this is just another dumb policy too. Why do they have to take down the whole channel? You got 1,500 some videos, years worth of work. When they took down my first channel, it was like, 4 years worth of work? And they took down the channel for videos that were posted 4 years earlier. That's how it was the first time the channel got taken. It's like, really? Videos from 4 years ago I'm going to get deleted over? And there was nothing wrong with those videos either. Just pointing out facts like I always do. "As we mentioned in previous emails, repeated or severe violations of our community guidelines can result in account termination." Yeah, but the problem is a lot of us aren't violating the terms of service. We're not doing anything that's described in the terms of service, but we're being accused of that. And then we're being, it's like if the law was, let's just make up a new law on the land. The law is you can't wear sandals outside. And it's like, okay, fine, can't wear sandals outside. So you don't wear sandals, you wear tennis shoes. And then the law officials come by and say, "You know what? Your shoes kind of remind me of sandals. So you need to go to jail." It's pretty much the same thing. It's like, I'm not wearing sandals, I'm wearing shoes. thought we could wear shoes. But that's why this is just BS. I mean, this is BS. I've censored myself so much, and that's how I was able to stay up for more than a year, which is a miracle. I mean, if you were here, from the time my first channel got deleted to the time I was on my 10th channel was like 2 weeks later. So, if you think we made a mistake, let us know. You can appeal this decision here. Well, I did. I just sent him this message. I said, hello, I work very hard on my content and I do not violate the TOS, that's Terms of Service. I did not express any hatred or bully anyone in my video that I was just struck for and which caused my channel to be deleted. In fact, I routinely speak against misplaced hatred. Please reverse this decision and reinstate my channel. I just spent the entire day getting the channel caught up and this is very disappointing. The video I was struck for is available on my backup channel and YouTube did not have a problem with it there, so I thought it was deemed acceptable and uploaded it to my main channel where it was struck at once. And I mean, that's exactly how it was. I mean, the video's been on the other channel. I uploaded to YouTube. What is it? An hour later, the whole channel's down? Please make the right decision. I am being treated unfairly. Thank you. How do you think? Do you think they're going to reverse the decision? I've heard if you get lawyers and go after YouTube, they'll put your channel back up. If there is anybody out there that's a lawyer that wants to help out, if they know what to do about this situation, that would be great. But, yeah, it's just pathetic. I mean, it is just pathetic. Accusing people of bullying and hate speech when really, I'm getting hated on and bullied. I mean, that's the reality of it. Whoever sits there at Google and monitors certain people and continues to strike them and do it in patterns to keep their content down, it's obvious that these people are filled with hate and spite, and there is a certain group of people that like to accuse others of the things they do. So, the only video I didn't get it back up off my main channel is the last one I just uploaded because they deleted the video they deleted the channel as soon as I uploaded it. I just talked about how today, September 20, 2019, a day full of 68 news. Notice CNN's front page, Donald Trump, Antonio Brown, Prince Andrew, the March to Save the Planet from the Climate Crisis, also Wall Street and the market in the news. But today's September 20th, 2019, date was 68 numerology. Donald John Trump 68, The Apprentice 68. You got Antonio Brown back in the news with the rape-related accusations. Rape is 68, and recall, the entire Antonio Brown circus has been a 68 show. His first game with the Patriots after the rape accusations was on his 68th day of his age. And prior to that, the day he signed with the Patriots was exactly 68 weeks from the alleged rape. Supposedly he raped a woman May 20th, 2018. May 20th, 2018. He was signed by the Patriots September 7th, 2019, which was exactly 68 weeks later. And again, rape 68. So think about that. What are the odds? 68 weeks from the rape, signed by the Patriots, plays his first game with the Patriots on the 68th day of his age, and then boom, on the 68 date numerology, he gets cut by the Patriots. So 68, 68. How about Prince Andrew? Oh, Prince Andrew equals 68. What are the odds? What are the odds? 68. And this Save the Planet March on a date with 68 numerology, Planet 68. So I'm going to have to do more research on the Prince Andrew thing if I get some time. I noticed from his birthday to today is 7 months and 1 day. That stood out. Royal 71. His accuser is a woman who's grown up now who said she was sexually assaulted by Prince Andrew when she was 17, the reflection of 71. From his mother's birthday, Elizabeth, to today is her 153rd day of her age. That's the 17th triangular number. Again, the accuser is a woman who was 17 when she was reportedly sexually assaulted. And then his father, Prince Philip, there's probably something here with this. From his birthday to today is 102 days later, and today leaves 102 days left in the year. So anyway, I'm not in my strongest, thinking capacity today. I'm sure there's a riddle there. And also from the arrest of Epstein, which was July 6th, 7/6, to today is 76 days later, or a span of 77 days. Of course, Prince Andrew was in the stories about Epstein being on the Lolita Express. It's also a span of 77 days from the arrest. Lolita Express is 77. Secret Society sums to 76 as well as 77. So the clearest thing in these birthday distances is Queen Elizabeth, her son, it being her 153rd day of her age, the 17th triangular, and you got this woman who was the accuser against sexually assaulted at age 17. And by the way, her name's interesting. In the most pure cipher, her name sums to 132, like England, like Westminster, where the royal family is, like United States of America, a story that connects both nations. And her full name also has a numerical value that overlaps with Ghislaine Maxwell. The story is Virginia Roberts Giuffre, one of several women who accused the late disgraced financier Jeffrey Epstein of sex crimes, has revealed new details of her alleged sexual abuse by Britain's Prince Andrew. Giuffre tells NBC's Dateline she was forced to perform sex acts with Andrew when she was 17 years old after the British royal gave her vodka in a London nightclub. You know what I noticed about vodka? Vodka in the most pure cipher sums to 17. Vodka, 17. That's why it's good to be able to do this in your head. You do it enough, you can see the letters as numbers. 4 plus 6 plus 4 plus 2 plus 1. That's how it breaks down, 17. Giuffre said the incident took place at the house of Giselle Maxwell, a British woman who has been accused of assisting Epstein. The first time in London, I was so young, Ghislaine woke me up in the morning and said, "You are going to meet a prince today," she told NBC. "Didn't know at that point that I was going to be trafficked to that prince," she said, adding that Andrew got her vodka that evening as they partied in London's Club Tramp. Club Tramp. Let's just see what it equals. Let's go deeper. Club Tramp. That 137 definitely jumps out. Today's the 263rd day of the year, which is the 56th prime number. Caller?
Hey, Zach, it's me. Are you doing a live stream? Here.
I'm doing a live stream. I just got my main channel deleted, so I'm trying to help people find the new channel.
Yeah, I just saw that. Rich posted that shit on Facebook. Yeah, what the fuck?
Well, it was only a matter of time. I mean, now they've deleted 18 channels, so this is officially the 19th channel.
That's bullshit. What a surprise in 2019, too. I knew it was going to happen. All right, yeah, I was just calling. I didn't know you were doing a live stream, brother. All right, I just saw Rich's post. That's bullshit, man. Well, you know I got you, all right?
All right, appreciate it, man. Thank you.
All right, man.
All right, take care. Okay. So, Club Tramp, again, today's the 263rd day of the year, the 56th prime, so it fits in there. 137, always a special number. The 33rd prime, big number there, 137. Have to think about some of these other things here. Club Tramp. And let's see, where'd the story go? Giuffre has previously alleged that she was forced to perform sex acts with Andrew and other famous men. All have denied the allegations. Court documents show that Giuffre accused Epstein of keeping her as a teenage sex slave. Epstein, 66, died by suicide. I'm sure you've seen my work on his suicide by the numbers. It's been deleted from my main channel, so that's a bummer. I do have everything backed up. It's a chore to re-upload everything, though. It takes a long time, so. Anyway. No doubt about it, news by the numbers. See if we read anything about the Queen anytime soon. So. Checking out with the chat, some bearded person. Yeah, I agree. It had a lot of important stuff. Yeah, you know, I shouldn't have uploaded anything until after October 18th. at first that's what I told myself I was going to do, but then I started thinking about it. I was like, well, what if I don't upload anything and they give me another strike in the time being and just take down the channel and then nobody hears from me? But, it's annoying how fast they did it because, I mean, the suspension just ended a few hours ago. So right when I was able to put up content and let people know to subscribe to my backup channel in case it got deleted, they deleted it instantly. So I'm sure almost nobody knows. But YouTube really is dead. I mean, it's almost impossible to reach a new audience on YouTube because, subscribers don't even get notifications. And then if you do a video on a current topic, there's no way for it to show up on the first 15 pages of YouTube because the first 15 pages now are nothing but postings from news sources, which go to the top of the filter. And again, the Wall Street Journal, 2 years ago, this is exactly what they said YouTube needed to do. They needed to make it so that YouTube just showed current event stories from news sources. And I said then, well, they might as well not call it YouTube. I mean, that sounds like NewsTube, corporate tube. It doesn't sound like YouTube anymore if that's what they want to do. And that's exactly what it is. And I just want to say things that I can't say. But again, the good news is 2 websites are being built, and the purpose of building these websites is to help get around the censorship. Having my main channel deleted is not going to help get the word out about that website, so I'm going to need you guys who are aware and who still follow to post everywhere about this new website. We got to get people on this site networked, organized, and we need to figure out a way to create a safe space online that's censorship free. And that's going to be a trying thing. It's like I realize no matter what I do, I'm going to be attacked, whether it's from Google or the alphabet agencies. It's like if you weren't tuned into my September 11th 2019 live stream on TFR, it fell on a Wednesday, so I was doing my radio show. That entire night, the entire TFR network was under hack attack, and that's never happened before to TFR. And Chris Geo, he investigated and confirmed that yes, the website was being hacked and attacked that entire night. He didn't know how to troubleshoot the problem. It had never happened before. And, it reminds me of the last time how I built a website, how it got taken down by hackers, but then we were able to remedy that. So I have a professional company building the website, and I've let them know that I've been hacked and attacked in the past, and that they have to be up on their game on that, and they said they should be able to manage it. But it's just there's a lot of obstacles to speak out at this day and age, and it gets worse every single day. And really what I need from those of you who are watching who still haven't supported it anyway, haven't bought the book, haven't supported the Patreon, I need you to go out and do that, okay? I need you to show that you can invest $1 in this work. You can invest $5 in the book, because really that's nothing. And I bet most of you blow that on garbage that probably goes back to these evil corporations that are truly behind this censorship. The reason the funds need to come in is so that we can do something major and make something major happen. And I've been preaching this for the last year because I said it's only a matter of time until I get taken down again. And it takes resources to be able to fight back. So we need those resources to pool them, create the Gematria Effect News Network, get the advertising campaign out there, reach the masses, and it has to be done before it's not possible anymore, because that is the direction of things. You see that the government's making new laws. You can't speak ill against Israel. You can't bring up the things that Israel's done to America while collecting our tax dollars. And it's not even really speaking ill. I mean, you just can't even speak facts. You can't bring up the facts. You can't talk about the truth. I just lost my channel for commenting on how Marianne Williamson... By the way, what happened to Marianne Williamson... So the video that they just took me down for, what I showed in that video is how on her 74th day of her age, that's when she was attacked for years ago not denouncing a conspiracy theory regarding 9/11 that had to do with Israeli involvement. And that story came on her 74th day of her age. And I said, remember what happened to me this year on the 74th day of the year? My book was banned by Etsy. Etsy banned my book on the 74th day of the year. And remember, Etsy's headquartered in Brooklyn, New York. Brooklyn, New York equals 74. Gematria equals 74. English 74. Occult 74. Masonic 74. Jewish. I guess you got to pronounce things wrong now. Jewish sums to 74. What are the odds, of my book being banned on the 74th day of the year by a Jewish company in Brooklyn, New York? And I don't like Owen Benjamin, but that was the same day that he got his channel demonetized, the 74th day of the year, supposedly for speaking against Zionism. And now Marianne Williamson on her 74th day of her age. And again, 2 years ago on March 15th, 2017, that's the day that every single online account I had got hacked. I mean, that's a lot of work to hack every single online account a person has. Bank, Amazon, what's the thing I use to connect to TFR? Skype, everything. Every single account I had. The website I had built, my YouTube accounts, my Google accounts, everything. Email accounts, every online account I had got hacked. Every one. And I don't use the same password for every single account. So how do you do that? How do you hack every account? Like, I can't even figure out my own passwords. On the 74th day of the year. So, anyway, I have to be working on something else right now. I'm behind the gun on another project. But, it's just so irritating. I mean, my channel was just literally taken down. The 3 strikes that I got from my channel that just took it down. The first strike was for a video where I posted somebody's comment and acknowledged the comment and said why the commenter made a good point. There was no hate speech in there. It was just me saying, thank you for making this observation and sharing why that observation was relevant. It had to do with the death of Nipsey Hussle in Hyde Park and his wife, Lauren London. Was there something there with the London Marathon that was in Hyde Park? We brought up a question, a reasonable question based on the way the web of deceit goes in this world. That video was struck 4 months after I made the video, Then, the next video that gets struck about 4 or 5 months after I made it. It was the video addressing what Joe Rogan and Alex Jones said about people such as myself, such as people like many of you who are listening right now. They said that we have a mental psychosis for questioning things such as mass shootings. I didn't attack anybody in that video. I just stated why. It's not that we have a psychosis, it's that we have a brain and we're asking relevant questions, And then you get deleted, Today I get deleted for the video I just got deleted for. The third strike was saying, this isn't, Marianne Williamson being attacked. And that's the thing. She's being attacked. She was in an interview where somebody was talking about 9/11 and the people from Israel who were there to document the attack. And she got criticized because she didn't denounce it. She just entertained it and said, there's questions to be answered, just like the JFK assassination. And what's wrong with remarks like that? See, that's what's so dangerous about our society is you can't even have a thought anymore. You're just supposed to automatically denounce and, you're just supposed to denounce the truth. And if you don't denounce the truth, then I guess you're someone who has a psychosis. If you're someone who asks questions about things that are suspect, then you have a psychosis. And if you don't bow down to that and abide by that philosophy, then you're a bad person. You're a bully. you're someone full of hatred, and you don't deserve to have a voice in this world. It's just sick, really, is what it is. It's just sick. So, someone says we need to interview Larry Johnson. Yeah, that would be good, but I have a feeling that it's not even Larry Johnson who's leaving any of those tweets. Like, I've shown all of his tweets. They're very truthful, and they're putting out information that people need to think about, but they're all by the numbers, and some of the words he's using are like coordinated with the date of the tweet. It doesn't look... It looks like a psyop. A psyop that puts out the truth, and maybe one of those things meant to test how people are responding, to the truth. So, it's very interesting that he's a former Kansas City chief. So, but we can try to reach out to him. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it really is him. Maybe it's just the organic side. But yeah, his Twitter lately is like the things that I've been talking about for years. So, anyway, you guys, I can't stay on too much longer. I have a ton of work to do, and I am just very annoyed right now. Very annoyed. So, had to get on and rant about it a little bit, and hopefully, see, that's what kills me too, is people are not going to find this channel. They are too incompetent to figure out how to find my backup channel. It's like so many people just click. They never type. They just click. It's like one day my video showed up for them. They liked it. They clicked subscribe. From every day after that, they just waited until the time they got notifications and said, oh, click. Here, I like this video too. Sometimes they decide to click the thumbs up, But then when the videos aren't popping up in the channel that they're subscribed to, they just think, there's no way to find the content again. Never before have they clicked in the description and clicked on all the links that are in the description of every video. They never done that. And they're not going to have the good sense to do a search for Gematria Effect News, which is all that it would ever take to find the channel again. So, I mean, these are the obstacles we're up against. Even the people who are supposedly truth-seeking, they're not competent enough to figure out how to find a channel once it's deleted unless it shows up in their feed again, which is, at this rate, like winning the lottery. So, I'm reading some of the comments right now. I don't know what video you linked me yesterday. I mean, I get a lot of comments, and honestly, I don't have time to watch very many videos. I don't have a minute of free time ever. Pretty much just working all the time, and I have to get off here and get back to work too. So, well, if you have trouble finding me, I mean, search Zachary K. Hubbard, search Gematria. I mean, usually you search those things. I don't know, on my search it shows up, so. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, somebody's texting that I should go, make videos on some other platform. The problem with these other platforms is the whole point of putting out videos is so that people watch them. There are other platforms that aren't censoring, but the thing about those platforms is nobody's watching those platforms other than the people who are already in the truth community. And in that sense, if you post your content there, you're preaching to the choir. But that said, even on YouTube, it's now pretty hard to reach new people. So, yeah, I might make a new Gematria Effect News channel, or I might just stay on this one. But I mean, it seems futile at this point. It's just I know it's time to get off Google. That's why I'm having the website built to get off it, so I don't have to put up with Google anymore. But for now, Gematria Effect Sports is the new Gematria Effect News channel. So, yeah. it's just irritating because I spent so much time today re-uploading the content. It's like I pretty much wasted a big chunk of my day. And as soon as you're done uploading, it's like somebody's just sitting there being a pecker, just waiting. They're like, oh, now would be the perfect time to delete his channel. That'll definitely piss him off. Caller?
Hey, Zach, Steve King, how are you?
How's it going, man?
Doing pretty good. Listen, I've been following you, I think, almost a year now, maybe a little bit longer, and gotten a lot of good information from you. A lot of, you're pretty, obviously, you're way ahead of the 8-ball or the curveball or whatever you want to say than most people, and I really appreciate your efforts and things that you've helped me. I've been a student of the Bible for about 23 years, and what's helped me a lot is your insight from the Gematria and the Kabbalist and all that kind of stuff were things that, to me, I was blinded to. I didn't see those things. I knew there was a conspiracy or there was some kind of a thing going on, but I didn't understand it. But what I'm watching right now is what's happening to your censorship and stuff. I see that happen to a lot of people. And there's this guy called SGT Report. He actually did a video exactly identical to another site that's being endorsed by the powers that be. And they're a new channel, and all of a sudden they're getting all sorts of hits. And he did the exact same one, and he doesn't get as much hits on his. So obviously this is all being orchestrated and manufactured. So I'm just trying to figure out what you can do to improve your situation. He's talking about a class action lawsuit against you too, and the powers that be. Whether that can happen or not, I don't know.
I'm telling you, there needs to be a revolution. I want to say things that need to be said, but I definitely can't say. I mean, yes, Google needs to be ran over. Google needs to be eliminated from the face of the earth, literally, by any means necessary. And I know these punk kids that work for these companies, they need to be ran over too, because they don't have any respect for freedom of speech. I've talked to hundreds of them. More than a year ago, I was driving for Uber and Lyft in Seattle, which is Tech City. And during that time, I was censored. I was banned from YouTube. I'd had like my millionth channel deleted, my 18th channel deleted, 17th, whatever it was. And I was just, every time I picked up these tech kids at Google and Facebook and all these companies, I'd ask them, I'd say, what do you think about the censorship your company's doing? And almost all of them would say the same thing. It's like, well, they're just censoring the conspiracy theorists. And I'd be like, dude, I'd like to throw you under my wheels right now. So, I mean, these people are losers. Losers. Yeah. And they need to be put in their place. I mean, so right now, I guess I am technically violating the terms of service because you're not supposed to say these things, but I mean, they need to be said, so.
Well, what you're saying is absolutely true, and the problem is, though, if you've got a spoiled child that doesn't know that he's doing harm to somebody, can you really reprimand him? I mean, it's pathetic, but that's really what we've got is we got children that don't have the understanding and knowledge that you have of the world, that are being put in positions to basically ramrod. Right now, the thing that goes through my mind is these guys that are drone. There's the guys who go from, I've seen movies like this. I don't know if it's true, but it seems to make sense. They have people in the military that go to different bases. They control the drones, and they'll go and bomb people and kill people, and then they'll go back home, and that's their 8-10 hour job or whatever. They have no concept of what real harm they're doing.
Exactly. They don't. And they're getting paid a lot. They're getting paid a lot, these punk kids. So.
Yes. So that's part of what I call. The other reason I called is you've opened my eyes to the number 19 being the year of chaos.
Right.
And one of the things that the Bible talks about is it says order out of chaos. And I've been watching and I've been waiting for it. I go by the Hebrew calendar, which is from April to April, give or take a few days here or there. But it's from April to April. Our January is their April, and so forth. So I've actually been keeping an eye on everything from April to April, and I'm looking at there's going to be a complete teardown this year because order out of chaos. It's going to be the revolution is going to happen, but it's not going to be the revolution that you and I want. It's going to be a revolution where we are going to become enslaved even worse because order out of chaos. So what I've been watching and what I've been paying attention to are several factors. What's going on with the Pope and how he's going to be doing things in Israel, not only next week, which is September 25th, they're having 70 nations come and watch the sacrifice of the lamb or animals, and that's an abomination of desolation, so to speak, depending on how you interpret the Bible. But they're going to be basically doing a ritual of sacrificing animals, which doesn't need to take place anymore, because if you believe the Bible, Jesus Christ died for our sins, and we believe that His is the ultimate sacrifice done for all humanity, and now through Him we can have salvation and we can have a relationship with God. So that's taking place next week, and then next year they have a lot of things going on in Israel. And you probably are more studied on this than I am. I'm just giving out some little blurbs, but the Knesset on their building, they have a pyramid. They say they are Jews, but they are not. They worship the synagogue of Satan. Those are the guys that are in Israel right now. Those are not Jews. So the Jews are only one tribe of 13 tribes. You had Jasher, Naphtali. Ephraim is Britain. America is Manasseh, if you go back and look at where all the tribes migrated to or from. So all of us are actually, in one way, shape, or form, an Israelite, because we have some type of the blood in our bodies through the DNA from the tribes. The Caucasus Mountains is where a lot of people came through, and Germany, France, Spain, England were established through the Caucasus Mountains, and a lot of Hebrew or Israelites went through those mountains to migrate. So we keep on getting confused or being told that that the Jews are the guys that are in Israel, but they're not. They're everywhere around the world, and they're in the 70 nations. So anyways, I'm watching how this is all coming together with the sacrifices, with the order out of chaos. And see, what's really cool is all the information that you provide. If people study their Bible and they look at the information you provide, it's like connecting the dots. It's really good. It's fantastic. I wish I would have known you or knew about this years in advance. It would have helped me out a lot more with my life and the things that I deal with. I'm angry, but it's inevitable what's going on right now with your situation. I'm angry because I don't like people being abused. I don't like censorship. But unfortunately, the Bible says that Satan rules this world, and he's going to enslave us all. And the elites that have sold their souls out, sold their lives out, like what you've done with a lot of your videos. You show Antonio Brown or Tom Brady or all these different people. They've all sold their souls out for the riches of this world, and they sold out humanity. They've sold you out. They sold me out. So these are the things that are kind of bothering me, but I'm just kind of like not a pacifist in the context of, oh, well, there's nothing we can do. Let's go sit under a rock and wait for our demise. But what I do is I try to tell people about the Bible, and I try to encourage, and I try to learn every day. And I've got to tell you, Zach, I listen to a lot of your shows, and you've got some great content. And I'm sorry to see the things that are going on with you. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm going to try to follow you. I'm going to make every effort to search you out on the internet or whatever lines of communication are out there, because there's valuable information that you provide and share. I'm frustrated more than you because I enjoy your videos. I look forward to them. I learn a lot from you. I just wish there was more I could do, but I'm actually one of those guys that's kind of like broke for whatever circumstances, and I'm trying to figure out how to earn an income so I can help people, but I don't believe in gambling. So you've got some great picks, and you expose the NFL, and you're helping a lot of people out there, but I personally can't do that because it's not part of what I'm told in the Bible to do. It says not to be covetous, not to look for money and things like that, but I should obviously support myself, and that's what I've been doing, and I'm going to continue to do. But I just wish I had some answers for you, Zach, but I'm more frustrated than you because I'm not as intelligent as you. I know you're going to land on your feet, but I just want to let you know I'm supporting you. I'm definitely praying for you in context of I hope that you find a good answer and there's a solution for you. And just want to let you know I'm hanging in there with you. I'm supporting you as best I can. Okay?
I appreciate that, and you probably are smarter than me. Don't discredit yourself. I appreciate it, man, and yeah, I know a lot of people are struggling. It's tough out there, so I do appreciate the support. Thank you, man.
Well, God bless you, and keep doing everything you can do, and it's all gonna come out in the laundry, okay, when it's all said and done.
Well, I hope that is true. I worry that it's not, unfortunately, but I like your optimism. So.
Okay, well, God bless you, Zach, and keep up the good fight, and please keep doing as much as you can on another channel or whatever, and I'll be looking for you.
All right. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Bye.
And that's another point I want to make about Google right now. So there's a person who is posting, well, there's several people who've been posting a lot of information about me over the years that's not false, including threatening information. All these people's channels still exist. They don't get any strikes. They don't get taken down. You know, they post my address, they post my phone number, they slander, they make up stuff. They don't get any strikes. I mean, this is real bullying. This is real hate speech. No strikes. And some of these videos, I've even taken the time to fill out the this person is sharing my public information. And if you've ever had to fill out one of these videos for YouTube, that's supposedly they'll take down somebody's content if they put out your information publicly and you don't want it there. And they make you go through all these things, link the video, show what section of the video, fill out this box, this box, this box. I've done that for so many videos. Never once have any of these videos been taken down. Never once. You know, that's why Google needs to get sued. This is a real terrorist organization, Google. You know, well, what I deal with is terrorism, honestly. Threats, you know, vandalism, nonstop harassment, alphabet agencies. I know the alphabet agencies have an office set up for me. Anybody who's been on my Patreon knows there's no way that there's going to be a group of 5 people on somebody's Patreon page literally 24/7, 365, all hours, minutes, and seconds of the day, harassing everybody on there. But that's what goes on every day on my Patreon. That's what's gone on for years on my blog. That's what's gone on the YouTube pages. There is an organized movement against me. And supposedly Google, who doesn't tolerate hate speech or bullying, they tolerate all these videos that, you know, make things unpleasant for me. And I go through all the hoops to get those videos taken down. They don't take down those videos. Meanwhile, I can't even question or, you know, address being called a schizophrenic or a mentally ill person by Joe Rogan. You know, that warrants being suspended for 2 weeks. If any of you guys want to call in, there's a number to call in. Save the number. It's always the same number. 509-731-0567. 509-731-0567. That's the one. I have pretty much every video backed up. There's probably some. If you've ever downloaded a bunch of videos, sometimes some of them fail when they download, so there might be some videos I don't have, but I do have most of them. So, yeah, my main channel is deleted, Teresa. That is correct. It was just deleted. My suspension just ended today. I put up a video letting people know my suspension was over. And then boom, like that, the channel was deleted. So, that's called playing mind games. You know, they could have deleted the channel anytime in the last 2 weeks, but they wanted to wait until I got it back. So, you know, you get that like, oh, yay, my channel's back. And then just like that, it's gone. Caller?
Hey, what's up? Can you hear me?
I hear you.
Hey, so I was wondering, so is your book banned from Amazon or whatever?
It's banned. Well, it's never been on Amazon. I never put it on there because I assumed they would ban it. But it was banned from Etsy where I was selling it. And now the place you get it, it's sells.com. I link it as the top pinned post in every video I make.
Okay, so I was just thinking it from a marketing standpoint. If you were to have it on Amazon, it gets banned off Amazon, then you could market your book as like the most banned book on the internet.
I think it already is. It's been banned on multiple platforms. Etsy was the first to ban it. So
yeah, why don't we stage something downtown Seattle and
make a banner that says the most banned book on the internet. I think you should check this out or something. And draw some attention that way.
That's a great idea. I need to get it in print though. I'm writing a new book right now. That I can actually print without having to worry about being sued. That's part of the reason that nobody will print my book, because I used news headlines in there, and they're saying I don't own the rights to those news headlines, so I could be sued for having those in the book without the permission of the news organizations. That's why no one's ever printed the book. So I worry about publishing it myself and opening myself up to lawsuits from the news networks, because obviously I'm not going to win that. We're talking about, billion-dollar industries versus a guy who doesn't have that much.
Yeah.
So I have to rewrite, and I am rewriting the book in a way that there won't be that problem. So for now, people can get the ebook. The ebook's the safest way to be, but yeah.
Okay.
I like your idea, though. I like your idea.
Yeah. And I got, have you ever heard of the Chigozie plan or something? I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right.
The what?
The Chigozie plan?
Tell me about it.
Well, if you look it up on Google and everything, they'll say it's an alt-right conspiracy, but it was a plan that somebody did make up in the 30s or 40s, and it was to genocide the white race, and it was about mass immigration of other races into white people's countries. And I want to know what everybody else thought of why is this called an alt-right conspiracy when it was a plan that somebody did make, and it kind of is going on today. You know?
Sure.
But yeah, that was it. That's all I got.
Appreciate it, friend. Good idea. Thank you.
Bye.
All right, take care. Yeah, and again, so the good news is 2 websites are being built. Again, there is good news here. 2 websites are being built right now. One is the Facebook for Truth Seekers. And you guys better really use these websites. They're very expensive. But one is essentially Facebook for Truth Seekers. The purpose of this site is to give people a safe space online that's censorship-free, to share information, like-minded people, help people organize, network, find friends in the community, and eventually take those online relationships to in-person relationships. And like I said, I'm going to try to raise money once the websites are built and people are on there to travel and go city to city, major city, and get people to come out to a venue and meet each other in person, and so people can see face to face. Oh, cool! I'm part of this All for Truth network or Free to Find Truth network. Somebody's calling from London. I'm sorry. I know you guys always tell me you're not supposed to get charged extra when you take incoming calls from overseas, but I do. I've had some monster cell phone bills from taking overseas calls. So, sorry, can't afford it. I don't know what hippie stoner's saying. I love Zach, but he should already know this and be warning us. I don't know what you're talking about. So, I guess I missed the comment before that. But anyway, so that website's getting built. Again, the website's getting built. That's going to be like the Facebook for Truth Seekers. And then the other website that's getting built is going to be the place where my blog and YouTube video posts are. And also a store, and the goal of the store is to get you guys to make products that help further this movement, and I'll help you sell those products through the website so that you can build revenue and make this, your means of paying the bills by doing truth-related work. Caller?
Hey, Zach, how are you doing tonight?
I've been better, man. How are you?
I'm doing good. I've been watching your channel for years now, man. I don't even know how many it's been, but I made back years ago, Super Bowl, I believe 51, when it was Denver Broncos versus
Super Bowl 50, Broncos over Panthers.
Carolina Panthers.
Super Bowl 50, right?
It's Super Bowl 50, I'm sorry. Okay, I saw something in there that I'm for sure right, and I thought that maybe I should bring it to your attention because you seem like you might be able to find more of these things to make more patterns of what I saw. Okay, so The movie Mr. Deeds with Adam Sandler. If you remember that movie, Mr. Deeds with Adam Sandler, do you remember that movie?
Mr. Deeds. I remember the title. I don't think I saw it though.
Okay, well, what I'm gonna tell you is very, very important. It's similar to how you talk about Gematria. Gematria, we already know it's all real. Well, this is also something that's very, very real that I saw in the movie. Well, the whole Super Bowl was about the gold. It was about the gold Super Bowl and how everything was gonna be in gold, and it was about if you watch the movie Mr. Deeds, it was about him being a pizza guy. He owned pizza parlors, and if you look at the Denver Broncos, you have Peyton Manning. He's the pizza man with Papa John's. I'm sorry. And then you had the other guy, the other team was the Panthers, the Carolina Panthers, and you had the guy on Mr. Deeds. It was a big, tall, white guy who was going around the movie basically pretending to be a Panther. He wore the Panthers colors, the blue and black as his outfit. And basically what I'm telling you is you got to watch the whole movie to see all these things, but basically that movie told that they were going to win that Super Bowl. The whole movie is about them winning that Super Bowl from start to finish. The whole movie is about only the Super Bowl and no other thing that I can see. From the beginning to the end. Now the movie came out in 2004 or 7 or 6, somewhere back then, but the Super Bowl was in 2016 or 17. So I just thought that was interesting. That I saw that and when you pay attention to the movie, you'll see everything about that movie matches up. So it's got to be other movies that are like that, and they must relate to other things that are like that too in advance. Right. Other to that same Super Bowl, it was another movie that had the exact same message, and it was Hangover 2, I believe, and it had the exact same message as Mr. Deeds did, and both movies had only the message to that Super Bowl. So I saw it prior to the Super Bowl, and I think I mentioned it on your page, but I don't know if you noticed my comment or not.
I hadn't seen it, sorry, but yeah, it's very interesting, and yeah, there's predictive programming all over the place, so it doesn't surprise me one bit. But yeah, great observations.
Yeah, I mean that one was amazing because it was like the whole movie was built on that. There's been a lot of movies built on future events like 9/11 and Back to the Future and all kind of crazy things, but a Super Bowl. Kind of weird. And then I saw an interview with Adam Sandler before, and he said that if you watched all his movies came to one conclusion, but you'd have to watch all his movies to see it. After I saw that comment that he made in an interview, I've never been able to find that comment again. So I don't know if it was kind of like a divine way to push me to seeing that in the movie and knowing what I know now, similar to how you say there's some things that are God, not earthly God, but a God-driven, code that we are all kind of coded with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I don't know. I just thought I would tell you. I always wanted. A lot of people don't pay attention when you tell them about Gematria, they don't care. You tell them about this and that, they don't care. Well, that movie is deep into that, and I show people. I have it recorded. I have the DVD, so when I show them, and it's like you can see it clearly, and they still don't care. So, just weird stuff.
Yeah, I understand. A lot of us deal with the same thing. It's that people don't care about the truth. That's also what's so irritating about being censored by these big tech companies. It's like those of us who actually speak out and care are so few and far between. It's like, why are we such a threat? Just let us do our thing. They should see through us that what they've done to the world is, their agenda's worked. But I guess they're afraid of us gaining ground on them. So I guess it goes to show.
It's weird because I don't feel like we're gaining ground at all. I feel like you're losing ground every single day.
Well, we are losing ground. That is the truth. And
even your videos are still good. You still come with a lot of facts. I understand opinion. Everybody has opinion when they talk. But some things are just based on fact and fact alone. If you use the same code, if everything matches up to that code, if you apply the same code to different things and you get the same results, you got to take opinion out of it. And you can show that to people, and as good as videos as you have, it's only so much you can do. And I think you've hit every aspect to try to. You've talked about sports, you've talked about religion, you've talked about sexuality. I mean, every single piece of it. And if you haven't got them with those, it's no other way to get people. I mean, at this point, it's just a lost cause. I kind of think it's a lost cause.
Well, we can't give up. I mean, if we give up, that's when the game's over. But you got to have your hiking boots on and be ready to go up the mountain. So, still the agenda. I appreciate it, man. You have a good night. Be safe out there.
Thanks for taking the time to talk to me, man. I'm gonna buy your book again tonight. I bought it like 5 times already, but every time you send it to me, I keep it for a while. Then the email, I try to re-download it. It's gone, so I'm gonna rebuy it again later on.
Save it. Make sure you save it somewhere on your computer or your phone.
Yeah, you know how it is when you lose these phones, man. It's gone. But yeah.
Well, you can email me too. I can send you another one. If you bought it 5 times, you don't have to buy it again. Send me an email and I'll get you a copy.
No, I support too, though. It's all about that too. I mean, I want you to keep going. So if my little $5 keep you going, then let's do it.
Well, I appreciate that very much. Thank you.
All right, have a good day, man.
All right, yeah, take care. All right, have a good one.
Bye-bye.
See, that's the other thing that makes me mad, is people like him have bought the book a bunch of times. There's a person out there who bought my book multiple times each week, for weeks. That person probably bought 100 copies of the book. So when I look and I see that the book sold 10,000 copies since I put it out March of 2018, I know that it hasn't reached 10,000 people, though. There's certain people who've bought a lot of copies. That's the problem. Not enough people are doing anything. And as good as my book is, as good as the value is, as important as the content is, for it to have sold so little, that's discouraging, you know. Caller?
Hello, Zach?
Yeah?
I just wanted to tell you about a video I came across a few weeks ago. And this is the same video that Hippie Stoner's talking about. It's basically a video that it's compiling a bunch of media throughout the years about how, and it's predicting towards a potential attack on Seattle on November 3rd.
Right. And it's from the same group of people who've put out a video for the last 5 years about the date that Seattle's going to be attacked. And, I mean, it's fine to do that. It's just that, they've done it so many times. It's like, okay, well, is it going to happen on this date? I don't know why that same group of people continue to put out a video once a year about the date Seattle's going to get hit. And, I mean, maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. But these people have done this every single year for X amount of years now. So I don't find the video that interesting. The date November 3rd is a curious date. Wouldn't be surprised if something did go down in the world that day. And maybe it would be Seattle. Seattle equals 19. It's one of the only cities that does, just like Chaos. The year started with a bunch of Seattle news. But, every year that same outfit puts out a video about the day Seattle's going to get wrecked. And the reality is, the New World Order doesn't seem to think that Seattle's going to get wrecked anytime soon, because that city's skyline has tripled in the last 10 years. So I'm not sweating an attack on Seattle on November 3rd, to just put it that way.
Yeah, well, do you know what the channel's called?
I've seen the video. Trust me, it's been passed to me like 15 times. But it's the same person who, for years, European person, has made videos about Seattle getting hit on November 3rd. So.
Yeah, I believe we're talking about the same person.
Yeah.
But just some minor research I did on. Well, there's a football game scheduled for November 3rd between the Seahawks and Buccaneers at CenturyLink Field, and I noticed that the coordinates for CenturyLink Field it's on the 47th meridian west.
It's on the 47th parallel. It's on the 122nd meridian.
Yep. And November 3rd leaves 58 days left in the year.
Sure.
At 58.
Sure. Yeah, it's a very ripe date. Yep. Scottish is 113, Freemasonry is 58. So, I mean, I won't be surprised if there's a big story that day. If Seattle gets hit, well, I will take notice and I'll say, okay, good job. This year you got it right. So.
It was also built by the same consulting construction firm that built the World Trade Center.
Magnus and Klemenkic Associates, right? They're from Seattle. Yeah.
Yep.
So.
And I also noticed that from Keisha Bob to November 3rd, 8/11 to 11/3 is 84 days later, 12 weeks exactly. stadium, it says on the Toyota fence deck, they raised the number 12 flag.
Uh-huh.
Yep, that's another thing I noticed. But yeah, I mean, that's all I wanted to bring your attention to. Although your attention has already been captured by it. So, I mean, if anything happens, we'll see.
Sure. The other thing I want to say is when those people put those videos together and pick the date and I watch their video, I don't really see anything that's that conclusive in the video. I'm like, how are these videos getting so viral? Like, what in this video is convincing about, the Simpsons cartoon? I mean, how's any of this pointing to November 3rd or so? Yeah, anyway. Yeah, I am aware of it, so appreciate the call. All right, take care, man.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, see you.
Goodbye.
But yeah, I always wonder like about why these things are going viral, and anyway, we know how they operate. November 3rd is a curious date, and yes, I have seen the video, and I just don't see anything in the video. It's like, okay, yep, that looks like what's going to happen. But yeah, there has been a lot of predictive programming for Seattle. It's just the reality of Seattle is, the New World Order is there, and they're building that city up like a mother. It's where the tech companies are. I don't think that they would build up the city where they're going to destroy themselves. It doesn't make sense. Caller?
Hey, Zach?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been watching you for a while. I think since 2016, I remember you went over the Cavs and Warriors final. But
Which one? Which one? We called them all from the start of the season, so.
Oh, yeah, I think I might have been watching you since 2015.
Okay.
Even, and then into 2016 as well. I don't know if you give a lot of attention to the music industry with your numerology, but I'd like you to take a look at Tekashi 6ix9ine.
I've looked at him.
He's been in the news a lot lately.
Yeah, I covered that story.
He's in that group Treyway, but if you look at Treyway, he spells it with a 3. And then he has a 6-9 at the end of his name. So 369, multiples of 3.
Right.
Another thing I wanted to point out was that, he's testifying in court. He's trending on Twitter. He's, the talk of the internet right now. If you look at his album cover, he's actually urinating on the black and white checkerboard pattern, which is Masonic, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's a troll. He's from New York. He's a gang member. He actually snitched on Cardi B, and this is relevant because she's also from New York, and on her album cover, she's wearing a Masonic checkerboard pattern.
Of course.
Yeah. Her album is called Invasion of Privacy, and her album came out around the time Mark Zuckerberg had to testify, over the Facebook privacy scandal. So I find it funny that, her album was just randomly given that title, and it has nothing to do with invading privacy. So I just wanted your thoughts on numerology, and I guess just being used in hip-hop as well, and other, forms of music. And to me, it's like they kind of give you some of the signs, some of the signs are like apparent, when you see black and white checkerboard patterns, makes you question if they're doing it for controversy or if there's more to it, So what's your take on that type of stuff?
Sure. I mean, when you see that Masonic checkerboard pattern, I mean, they're showing who they're affiliated with, without a doubt. That's who runs the entertainment industry. And I have talked about Tekashi 6ix9ine, his song that made him popular. I believe it's called Gumo, which equals 69, like how he has the 69 on his face. He was arrested last year on November 18th, the 322nd day of the year, 322. And there's been a number of... pretty much every time he's in the headlines, it's just more news by the numbers, so...
Right.
Yeah.
Interesting take. One more thing I wanted to point out was that I actually looked into the meaning of 369, and it has to do with creative expression, which we know this was a kid with rainbow hair, and philanthropy. And he used to, walk around giving out $100 bills to kids on the street. So I find that, connection very peculiar.
Sure.
Just, there's a lot to it.
Yeah, indeed.
And as far as predictions for this year, do you have anything for the NFL that you're thinking? Or
that's what I do on Patreon every day, man. Got to sign up. All right, appreciate it, caller. Till next time. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah?
Yes, hi. Is this the line to call for the hotline for the Gematria?
That's me. You're on.
Hey, this is Zach?
Yep.
Hey, Zach, how you doing? Am I live?
You're live, man. You're live. If you're trying to watch through your video, it's probably on 30-second delay, but you're live right now.
Wow, I didn't expect to talk to you like this. How you doing, man? My name is Elo. I just want to say I'm a big fan of your show, and follower of all your work. And man, I don't comment or nothing, but I try to like and share it. I'm on the verge of buying the book, but I just wanted to say for people out there who, maybe are on the fence of believing if this is real or not, just research on your own. I think it will follow you back to all the things that Zach has been talking about. Just to give a perfect example, so the other night I was watching this movie called Head Count on Netflix. If you all have Netflix, please check out this movie called Head Count. And, I don't want to give it away, but basically it was about 10 individuals, and they split it up to where it's like, a couple, so it's like, 5 guys, 5 girls. And, after the movie was over, I said, well, let me check, get into the Gematria and write out head count. And when I did, it came up perfectly 55, 5, 5, which to me was just mind-blowing. So, I didn't want to waste anybody's time, but just things as simple as that, they put it right in front of you guys. So, that was all pretty much. But, I'm always looking up stuff. And, for anyone who doesn't believe me, please check that out. Check out the movie. It's pretty interesting in itself. But, yeah, that was pretty much it. Zach, thanks again for taking my call, man. Appreciate it. Love your work. And, keep doing what you're doing, man.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you. Take care.
All right, you too. All right.
Okay. I saw Rich ask that I give him a call. Let me see if I can figure that out. Let's see what's going on with Mr. Rich. Rich says he can't do outgoing calls. He can only receive incoming.
Hey, what's up, bro?
You well? Just another day in paradise. What's going on?
Oh, did you see me ask you to call me?
I did.
Oh, cool, man. Man, this is something I wanted to bring up since last week. I kept forgetting. You remember that Patriots video you did, Patriots versus Dolphins?
From last year or this year?
No, last week.
Okay.
Last week, Patriots Dolphins.
Okay.
You did the video. There was some stuff I noticed I thought you might be interested in. First, it was 43 days after Tom Brady's birthday, and it was also a day with 43 numerologies. You catch
right.
that?
And Dolphins equals 43, and football's 43, and Florida's 43. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't hear you say that in the video. That's why I was wondering if you noticed that. And also, in the first half, I saw like 377 stick out. So I thought, major penalty by number 77. They showed number 77 on the sideline, zoomed in on him after a touchdown. And Tom Brady started off 7 for 7.
Very nice. Nice little September 11th ritual. Yeah.
That's. I have been dying to tell you that one just because I didn't. I was like, man, I got the other half of your video here,
Right. Yeah. It's when you know this language, it's just so in your face. Tom Brady got his 209th regular season win in that game. Miami Dolphins equals 209, and then they won 43-0, like you said, 43 days after his birthday. Dolphins equals 43, Florida 43, football 43. It's just, dude, it's one sick joke after the next. And people.
And all they did is have the field goal kicker miss those other field goals so that they could set it up to miss the last field goal.
Well, that's what they did in last night's game. Anybody who watched last night's football game, it didn't make any sense why the coaches weren't kicking field goals where any coach would kick a field goal there. And the reason why is because they wanted that game to finish on 27 points. Last night was the day leaving 103 days left in the year. 103 is the 27th prime number. And it was exactly 103 days after the anniversary of the death of Andrew Jackson. Jacksonville's named after Andrew Jackson, and last night's game was Jacksonville in Tennessee. Andrew Jackson was the Grand Master of Freemasonry in Tennessee, where he became a Freemason. So huge Andrew Jackson tribute. And
absolutely, that was a good video. I'm going to post it on Daily Dose of Gematria.
Yeah, so I mean, it's ritual after ritual and night after night, and when you know the code, you can see right through what they're doing. So,
you know what? Come to think of it, if any video I've posted, because we used to convert them so they'd be downloaded, and then like if they destroy your channel, they can't. My video would still be up, but the converter conveniently don't work anymore. If you understand that, and I think it's because they know that we're preserving the videos by converting them. So now I'm back to YouTube links, so all my videos on there will probably be no good now, huh?
Right, exactly.
Anything from Gematria Effect News will probably be a broken link now.
I need to
put a heading.
I need to figure out how to get legal help, because I've seen these people who have gotten their channels deleted and they got them back up, and they said they had to use lawyers.
It wouldn't hurt. You'd think we'd have a lawyer listening in.
Well, I say the same thing every time after one of my channel gets deleted, and nobody steps up to the plate to help out. So,
right?
Yeah.
Just off surgery, Zach. Maybe they removed my kidney Wednesday, bro.
Well, it sounds like you're better today, man. Hang in there and get some rest. I saw you arguing with people in the chat again. You got to stop arguing with all these trolls on here.
Wait, no, there's a guy that Observant 2 is his name, and he always bashes me on the notifications, but he won't bash me in the chat.
Yeah, just ignore him. Troll.
I hear you, bro.
I'm telling you, these trolls aren't worth it. So.
I know, I'm just a man, dude. You know what I'm saying? I mean, when people are gonna call me out of my name and say they screwed my mom.
So just stop right there. Just think about it. Think about how pathetic these people are. You don't think they know what you're going through? They don't think you know that. Of course they know that you're sick and you just went through surgery, and they're still going to belittle you online. I mean, we're talking about the most pathetic people alive. I mean, nothing needs to be said to them. Yeah, so just let them talk shit to you. Just let them talk shit to you. They're just making themselves look bad. So.
I know, but I'm just the type that I'd rather them have the opportunity to tell me to my face, because I'll make a trip, bro. That's me, though. I'm sorry it's me, but yeah, I'll work on it for you. Ain't no problem.
Well, don't work on it for me. Just stop wasting your own time arguing with these trolls out here.
Right?
That's what they're here for. They're here to engage you. You're helping them do their job.
I'd like to see one of them. I'd like to see one of them do it to my talk that to my face.
Well, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. They're cowards. They're not going to leave their computer. So, yeah.
That's true, man.
Think about it. They are literally paid to harass. A lot of these trolls that do hang around here, this is literally their job. So if you engage them, then you're helping them be successful at their job.
Yeah, it's true. I'll just start ignoring them, man. No biggie.
Right.
But on Facebook I can't, because I advertise your work, so I invite the trolls because they help advertise and they don't realize it. So I have to deal with them because that's new people to the work, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I do still have to deal with them, but I'll ignore them on your channel so I don't cause any havoc.
Sure. But when we do have the website up, there are going to be moderators, and I'm going to ask those moderators to help get rid of the trolls, because no doubt the trolls are going to try to come and attack the website. And there I don't want people to argue with them, I just want people to ban them. I mean, it's obvious if somebody's a troll in the community. If they're not there to participate and share knowledge and cooperate, and they're just there to attack, adios. No warnings.
Yeah, I was going to ask about the website. Like, what can Daily Dose of Gematria do to help that website?
Well, you can stop posting on... Just forget Facebook. Just get off Facebook, because it's censoring people too, and just put your time in there. Create your page there and do it there.
Okay.
Yeah. The whole point is to go around all these platforms that are censoring, and help divert traffic from those websites. Because all these websites make a lot of money off us using them. Like, even right now, I'm helping Google make more money. And I don't want to be helping Google make more money. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks, man, because, you know, you were up to about 70 or 80,000, and, you know, now you're at 18 on Gematria, and people all people, you'd think they'd just go hit like right away on subscribe to your sports channel, but it's just, you got to grow all over again, you know?
Well, you don't even know what your real subscription stats are, because YouTube only allows a channel to grow at a snail's pace. And I mean, if everybody did come and subscribe right now, the number wouldn't go up. It might climb by 50 subscribers for the day, you know?
Oh, I see.
That's how it works. Yeah, you don't know what your real numbers are. So.
Yeah, that's a good point. They're all contrived.
Right.
Absolutely, bro.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to take up all the time. I appreciate the call, Zach.
All right, man. Rest up. Get better.
Yeah, we are, bro.
All right. Take care.
Later.
All right. See you. Hold on. Okay. I'm supposed to be doing work right now, and I still got to do the work, but I'm just like so irritated. Let's see. All right, yeah, any closing words? If there is a lawyer out there somewhere who can help with this problem, that would be awesome. So, there we got another call, too. Caller?
Hello?
Caller, you're on.
Hey, how's it going, Zach? This is Zach, right?
It is. It's going all right.
Hey, awesome, man. Doing great. Hey, I just had some questions. I'm going to buy your book. Looks awesome. But, question. For the Bible, you know, it's got all this kind of numerology, sort of gematria numbers in there, you know?
Right.
With, like, Jesus being 33 and 66 books in there and all that. What do you, I think I've seen a couple videos on it, but what do you think about the book in general and Freemason connections with it and all that?
Well, no doubt Freemasonry has their fingerprints all over it, especially the New Testament.
Yeah.
What I ultimately think about the English Bible and the way it is that, you know, it's hard to say what's in that book that shouldn't be in there, what's been doctored, and what's missing from that book that should be in there, because no doubt we know it's that way. So it's just like, you know, I was raised Lutheran, and, you know, we were in the church at least one day every single week. We were there usually on Sundays, sometimes on Wednesdays growing up. And I was raised Lutheran, but I was put in Catholic school for kindergarten and first grade because they had all day care. I was pretty much there from 7 in the morning till 5 p.m. every single day growing up. And so I got a lot of exposure to the Bible and spiritual teachings. And by the time I was 12, I was kicked out of confirmation class for asking too many questions. And anyway, in all my years of, you know, spiritual study, if you will, I took away the most important lesson and pretty much did away with the rest. And I just thought the most important thing in the Bible is the golden rule, which isn't unique to the Bible. I mean, it's pretty much the spiritual teaching of the world. Treat other people the way you want to be treated, and you know, do the right thing. So I think the world would be better off without religious texts, because there's so many contradictory things in them, and they put people in groups and boxes. I mean, the book's full of stories that have wisdom and truth in them, but they're also full of stories that is just like, well, I don't know how I really feel about that, or what am I supposed to take away from that? So,
exactly, yeah. No, I totally feel that. I feel like all religions are totally a control tactic. You know, it's definitely a way of dividing people, conquering them that way. You know, and it's definitely a tool that's being used. And I think that all religions, honestly, have totally been infiltrated at this point, and they're definitely a tactic that's being used for sure. You know, religion and government are very similar things. And I always remind people, this nation's capital, it's not between Virginia and Maryland by an accident, like Virgin Mary. It used to be the Catholic colony. Religion and government, they want to control. And they do control. People always say, what's the end game? We're living in it. The end game is to be controlled by a group of people and to be used for their purposes, for their exploitation, and that's exactly what is going on in the world. So, right, Yeah. So, I mean, hey, but your work's awesome, and I'm going to get that book or PDF. I'm going to get that, and aren't you making a newer version of it?
I am. So I'm working on a newer book. I'm going to try to keep it to 250 pages or less. And what the book's about, it's about two topics mostly: being censored in the information age, and how important this knowledge is. So I'm trying to interweave those two things together. And my message is why people need to speak out and stand up against this agenda of censorship, but also promote this knowledge and how important and effective it is. So.
Very good, very good. When does the new book PDF come out? Just wondering.
Well, I'll put it this way: it was supposed to come out in February.
Oh, okay.
So.
Gotcha.
So I'm behind, okay. Man. I'm way behind, and that happened with my last book too. My last book took me an extra year to finish, so might end up being the same thing here.
Gotcha. Well, hey, keep it up. Definitely a fan, and just keep doing what you're doing. And I'm gonna read that book once I can get it, and keep on going. Right.
Right.
Awesome. All right. Hey, have a good night.
All right. Yeah. Take care, man. See you. For the person who says that my last channel got 500 people watching, did you see how many people my live streams got September of 2018 when I just recreated my channel? They got over 1,000. I had over 1,000 viewers September of 2018 when I had just recreated my channel. So think about that. Back then the channel had like 5,000 subscribers. By the time it was up to 70,000 subscribers, it was hard to get 500 people to watch the live stream. Just think about that. Caller?
Hey, what's up, Zach? Sorry about your channel. Kind of saw what was going on.
Sure.
Is there a topic in particular you're talking about right now, or not really, right?
Is there a certain topic I'm talking about?
Yeah, other than your channel being deleted.
Well, I just talked about the censorship and what I'm doing to fight back, and people have just been calling in asking whatever's on their mind.
Yeah, well, for sure. Well, yeah, personally, me on that. Obviously, I see value in your work. Me being a skeptic about a lot of things. I think there's value in it. So I think definitely we need to form some sort of countermeasures to the general, because in YouTube, I personally always saw the platform as obviously they're selecting people that they want. They have a particular narrative that they want to bring to the world, where it'd be like the stupid crap you see on, because I'm sure you ask questions yourself, like how the hell do these big YouTube channels get views, and obviously, there's a definite narrative. But yeah, I can't really think of a lot of things other than maybe just making your own and spreading the information out that way, and sort of doing it in a way where it's sort of like guerrilla, warfare, where we kind of hit them and run, but like, both in the physical and the virtual. Because that's the only real way I see of it, the work getting out. Because obviously, we all know this by now. I mean, even if you paid partly any attention, they're going to censor you, and that's it. If you're not speaking their narrative, whether it be the New World, the agenda, or the religious agenda, or the transgender agenda, or the Agenda 21, et cetera, et cetera. Like, if you're not talking their language, or if you're not, saying what they want to hear, then yeah, they're for sure going to censor you. So that's the only thing I can really think of, because it's pretty upsetting. Obviously, it's your work seems pretty credible in my opinion, and it's just annoying to have that happen. Because see, for example, personally in my life, right, and this actually occurred 2 days ago, where like these guys were talking about sports, right, and this is the way I went about it. Like basically, they were talking about sports, and I brought up their work, and I was like, kind of. They seem like they're the typical sports fans. They wore the jersey or whatever. I was actually at a bar, and I was just relaxing with my with my boy or whatever. But I went up to them and I was like, hey man, like, do you really believe it was this red crap? Like, you guys are really wasting your time with this. But that's just me. But I feel like this is the kind of the approach we need to take, at least with this, even if it's a small attempt. But it's just kind of my way of just bringing about the work and. In the outside of the, in reality or whatever. So I mean, there's just like one example that happened, and it kind of was, it was a little bit hostile, but at the end of the day, they were like, I'll look at it, because I brought your work, I brought your channel,
And yeah, I don't know what you personally think about those attempts, but I mean, there has to be something that needs to be done, right? I think overall.
Yeah, something definitely has to be done, no doubt about it. So that's the next phase of the plan, fighting back.
Yeah, because like generally speaking, I think unfortunately, this is what's going to happen, and I'll definitely support your work the best way I can. Like I said, like little things like that, I just kind of brought it to the forefront, like hey, kind of exposing their little games or whatever. Because it is definitely an uphill battle once you factor everything in. Because obviously, yeah, it's pretty annoying. But yeah, man. Hopefully, stay strong. Continue your work. There's people out there that believe in your work. So definitely try to, I mean, we should all try to pitch in ideas and figure something out. Because again, they're not going to stop regardless. So that's just my opinion on it.
No, it's just getting worse. I mean, the censorship gets worse and worse and worse. So, yeah, it's...
Yeah, and the worst part of it is, I mean, they kind of have us by the what if we're still on the platform. And I mean, obviously, you kind of pretty much made all the points that, I mean, there's nothing else to be said. They're going to censor your work, that sucks. And, yeah, just little things like that I think could help out. Obviously, there's other, like the... yeah, there's other, I mean, we can make our own websites. The whole community thing, personally, I mean, we could go on about this, but I think it could be a good idea, like, getting people physically, to meet up or whatever, but then you still have, like, the threat of infiltration and whatnot and all that. And, I mean, just by going by what has been done before, right, with the whole Waco thing, like, why would they stop? Why would they respect our, like how they were in their own small group, and they were still gunned down, and it was all terrible and whatnot. So yeah, it's very difficult. But yeah, I'll let you go, man. Like again, keep doing what you're doing. We'll try to support you.
All right, thank you very much, friend. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Have a good night.
Yeah, no problem, man. All right, buddy.
All right, I got a message for Rich. Rich, just let the flat earthers be. I'm not fighting with flat earthers anymore. I don't care if you think the Earth's flat. The new website that's being built, I'm going to allow flat earthers to do their thing there. There's a big flat earth community. I realized in the last year's time that I like the flat earthers more than I like the people who are making videos attacking flat earthers. Because what I realize about those people is they believe everything in the mainstream. They don't question anything, and they're talking about how dumb flat earthers are, but then they believe every last thing the government's ever told them. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not going after the flat earthers anymore. These people right here are the real problem. So I'm not a flat earther myself, but I'm just not fighting with them anymore. Caller?
What's up, dude?
What's up, man?
How you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Gotta move your stuff to D-Live.
To what?
D-Live.
D-Live? I'm building my own website.
Yeah.
I'm going to have my own videos on my own website. I'm not moving anywhere but my own platform because I don't trust anyone. So.
Well, that's good. I mean, but did you archive all your stuff?
I have everything archived. I'm not going to put everything back up, but I'll put the most important things back up there.
You have everything backed up, though, right?
Well, I would say at least 95% of things I have backed up. So.
Okay, that's good enough. Some of your more ardent, supporters and followers will probably have the stuff that you're missing. So you may want to put a call out for that stuff. But
well, that's the thing. So that's the problem. So like when I back up my channel, like you'll download 500 videos at a time, and then you'll see like some of the videos failed, and then I'm too lazy to go back and figure out which ones those are. So I'm just like, well, whatever. I got almost all of them. So.
Okay. But for a streaming platform, so you don't get like messed up, and you don't get like a lot of trolls. D-Live's a good platform.
D-Live.
And then you can, D-Live. A lot of YouTubers moving over to D-Live. They're just tired of you are not alone. A lot of people going through this stuff, and just recently they put out these new rules. So they don't want any original creators except people who make a lot of ad revenue for them. Okay, they just want kiddie videos, people who review toys and crap like that. So
yeah,
it's kind of pathetic.
Yeah,
YouTube's lost it. They really have.
Well, it's not YouTube.
It's not
YouTube.
They used to be.
It's not even YouTube. I mean, it's corporate tube. It's news tube.
Yeah, it's them tube.
Yeah.
But a lot of these guys have Live. They're getting good results. So, you know, some people go to Twitch. Twitch has a lot of commercials.
Like I said, man, I'm doing my own website. I'm not even going on anyone's platform. I've been centered on more than YouTube. I forget what the other two video hosting services that took down my channel. So there's YouTube and 2 other platforms I've been removed from. So I'm just like, forget it. I don't trust anyone.
Twitch and BitChute. BitChute take your stuff down.
No, there's a website hosting service that everybody was using about 2 years ago, and I can't remember what the name of it is. Their whole thing shut down. They got rid of my thing, and actually, yeah, BitChute did take down one of my videos too. BitChute says they're censorship free, but I have been censored on BitChute, so.
Well, the other big ones are Vimeo and Dailymotion.
Right. Yeah. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pay for one of those Vimeo accounts and then put that content directly on the site. So.
Yeah, actually, Vimeo is a lot more restrictive than YouTube at times.
Is that right?
Oh, please. They're kind of snobbish. If you look at, don't get me wrong, there are a lot of good content creators out there, but they don't want anything controversial. You know. So, and they make you pay more.
Okay. Well, I'll look into that. The company that's building my website said that they're pretty good. They're pretty reliable. And all right. Well, I'll figure out what's best. But I'm gonna keep it all hosted up on the site. So.
You got a good hosting service that'll give you a lot of bandwidth and storage space.
Well, that's the plan. So we'll see.
Yeah, you should have a data center near your house. I mean, just get something real close so you can have management of it.
The company that's building my site is headquartered in the town I live in, so.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah,
that's good.
That's
what you get hands on.
Right.
Yeah. All right, man. Sorry that happened to you, but
yeah.
hey.
Well, it's the 18th time, so I'm kind of used to it.
Yeah, you're effective. You get a voice and you say good stuff. So.
Yeah. All right. Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
All right. Take care.
Yeah, I mean, just the direction of things. I just hate the direction of things. I already knew it was going this way. It just gets worse and worse every year. If you were watching me from the beginning, I was saying the reason I'm doing this right now is because I don't know if in 5 years I'm going to be able to speak out about anything. And it has been more than 5 years, and you can still sort of speak out, but it just gets worse every day. So. Again, the problem with these other websites that host videos is nobody's going there for traffic. People still go to YouTube. YouTube's the thing. So that's what has to change. All right. Let's see. Reading the comments. Not sure what some people are talking about. I see we got a flat earth argument. Just, again, I don't want to fight with flat earthers. I mean, if you guys want to think the earth's flat, I mean, it's fine. I appreciate that you guys are questioning things, but it's just when it comes to the flat earth community, there's a lot of ideas and no real evidence to support anything. And, you know, the world looks flat to you isn't evidence, you know. I find that a lot of flat earthers, that they're not real good with mathematics. They don't realize how small they are compared to the Earth. So, I mean, maybe you guys are right. I acknowledge that you guys could be right, but I don't know. So anyway, I don't want to fight about the flat Earth. It's just, if the Earth's flat or not, that debate's not going to bring down the cabal. What's going to bring down the cabal is waking up enough people to what the cabal is and what the cabal's doing. And hiding the shape of the earth, I don't think that's really the biggest. If they are hiding the shape of the earth, I don't really think that's the biggest problem. You know, the censorship is a lot bigger problem. The lies and the propaganda and the illegal wars and the police state and, you know, millions of young people behind bars for you know, inhaling a plant. That's the problem. The shape of the earth, I don't have any time for it, honestly. But like I said, when I build this website, this the Facebook for the truth-seeking community, by all means, flat earthers are welcome there. If flat earth's your thing and you want to network with people who are into flat earth and meet other flat earth people in your community, awesome. So that's great. I don't have any problem with that. I just don't want people to be on me all the time saying, oh, the flat earth's the most important and you got to preach flat earth, because to me it's just not. It's not. Ending the surveillance police state, military state, the illegal wars and occupations, that's what's important to me. That's why I've always spoken out against those things. The continual programming that teaches people to be everything they shouldn't, that's what's important. So, and for the person out there who's going, yeah, but the flat earth proves God. I mean, I guess in your mind it does. I don't think the earth has to be flat to prove God. A spherical earth's pretty amazing. Seems like, that would take the work of God. Flat earth, spherical earth, whatever. Either way. So, the Area 51 thing, I did talk about that. The Storm Area 51 movement, it got announced this summer, 85 days before today, the big day. Storm equals 85. The creator of the thing, his name has the gematria that matches up with Storm. So, the Area 51 thing. Let's see. So, just the other day, 2 days ago, was it 2 days ago? Let me think. Yeah, it was, because today has the 41 date numerology. 2 days ago had 39 date numerology. UFO equals 39, and you got the story of the Navy coming out and confirming the UFO sightings. And no doubt that was some hype right before this. I think this is like, I think this is one of those operations that the government runs to see who will actually come out. Who will come out for the Storm Area 51? They probably got their surveillance drone, building their database. I imagine that that's why this was done. This wasn't, they said that this became some popular thing off some spoof joke that went viral. Spoof jokes don't go viral. Things that the controllers want go viral. So, I think they wanted to see who would come out for such an event. Remember, 51. Conspiracy equals 51. Tinfoil hat equals 51. Federal equals 51. The area known for federal conspiracy. Moon equals 51. Some people say they filmed the moon landing there. So, let's see. There were thankfully fewer alien enthusiasts than authorities expected. Keep in mind today has 41 date numerology and alien equals 41, so what a day for them to do this on the 41 date numerology. Alien with the alphabetic order. A is 1, L is 12, I is 9, E is 5, N is 14. 1 plus 12 plus 9 plus 5 plus 14 is 41. It's the way we used to do everything. Now you can just type it in here. It'll just tell you. Alien 41 with the alphabetic order. Oh, you know what else? Today has 41 and 23 date numerology. It has both. 41 and 23. So perfect. Alien's 23 when you use the alphabetic order with the rules of numerology. But let's read the article here real quick. Well, we got a call first. Caller?
Well, we used to do everything. Now you just type it in. Alien.
Caller, you got to mute your video.
Oh, you know what else? Today has 41 and 23.
Caller. Caller. Okay, I'm hanging up. All right. So here's what they said. The day we had all been waiting for is finally here, but it wasn't as exciting as expected, and that's probably for the best. And see, I think that's what they wanted to do. They just want to see, how many people will come out for this thing we've cooked up here? Let's see how many people actually care and are actually willing to come out. We'll make it viral. We'll put it out everywhere. Let's see who actually shows up. 2 million people had pledged to storm Area 51, the highly classified U.S. Air Force facility in Nevada, on Friday to see them aliens. Instead, many of the 3,000 or so people that showed up in real life surrounding areas decided against storming the mystifying location, the Lincoln County Sheriff's Office said. So I think that's the test, right? They already know. I mean, they know what the populace is about. The populace is not going to fight back. Most people do not care. And they love this because, 2 million people pledged to show up and 3,000 came. What's that, a fraction of a percent? They did threaten that they were going to storm, Lincoln County Sheriff Kerry Lee said. Once officers warned them about the consequences for storming the base, they did have second thoughts. There was one alcohol-related arrest, and a Canadian citizen was also arrested for indecent exposure, Lee said. One woman came close to crossing, and she was briefly detained and released at the scene. Caller?
Hey, Zach.
Yo.
How's it going, man? I just wanted to ask you a few questions.
Okay.
All right. What is the point of Gematria? Like, what's the actual point? What's the... Yeah, God, merged the letter and the number, but what's the meaning behind that?
Are you asking what's the point of me exposing this work, or what's the point of the people who use it?
What's the point of... Yeah, the people using it. Or what's the point of the organic part? Do you know anything about that?
So again, the Kabbalistic belief is that God created the world with letters, numbers, and words. So the belief is this is how God operates, and that's why the people who want to play God over the masses use this code to go about executing their agenda.
Right, and that's why they call it magic, right?
Well, I would say, yeah, there's definitely an element of magic in spell casting, spelling.
Are you a wizard?
Obviously, I am not.
Okay, I don't mean to be cruel. I don't mean to be. I mean, these are questions I've been wanting to ask you for so long.
Sure.
All right, so you're not a wizard, but you have the power to be, right? I mean, you know how to edit reality.
Well, I would imagine if I have the power to be a wizard, then so does anybody. It's just understanding how to harness that magic, I guess, which is something I've never been educated on. I come from the public school system. I learned the same things everybody else did in the public school system. So,
I mean, I can kind of see how that's dangerous. I can see how the elites want us to kind of, or whatever you want to call them, I can see how they want us to stay away from that, right?
Sure. Forbidden knowledge, powerful knowledge that so there's a Jewish woman who made a video about me 2 years ago, and she said I was a child playing with fire, and this knowledge was only for good Jews, was how she put it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What does 9/11 really mean? Do you know? What's the kind of key word if you could sum it up to one thing? Do you know what 9/11 means?
Well, it's been explained that 10 symbolizes God and 11 symbolizes Satan. And when you're counting, you're skipping over the 10 to go from 9 to 11. So, in a way, it's like a satanic salute, is what I've been told.
Yeah, but I thought Satan was say 10, 10.
Which is. That's what's interesting about Gematria. Satan does equal... For people... Oh, here, I can show the screen right now. Here, I'm going to type in Satan and God. I thought this was one of the most interesting things when I first started this. Right. So, God, with the reverse alphabetic order, is 55, and with the reverse alphabetic order and rules of numerology, it's 10. I see my camera froze again. And Satan, with the alphabetic order, is 55, and with the alphabetic order and rules of numerology is 10. So God is the reflection of Satan when you run the alphabetic order in reverse. And that blew my mind. So for years I didn't know reverse gematria, but when I learned it, it was one of the first things I looked at. I was like, whoa, it's the same as Satan in reverse?
Wow.
And Marilyn Manson has that song, Say 10. When you say
I
God,
learned that from you.
I say 10. And he says 10, like the number. So, there's obviously, and when you add 1 through 10 together, it equals 55, for people who don't know that.
Okay.
So, numerology equals 55. And
is 119 different than 9/11?
I don't think so. They're reflections of each other.
I was born 9/11, my name equals 119.
That's the organic side, yeah, it's wild.
Pretty awesome.
So that's what I think happened. I think over years, just somebody made this observation at some point and was like, "Whoa!" And then they probably made the observation about themselves, and then they're like, "Wait a minute, it's true about you too." And then, "Wait a minute, it's true about you." And I think that's how the belief probably came to be, that somehow the creator of this world is working through this code. Because
do you think Pythagoras, right? You're almost like the modern day Pythagoras. Do you think he was a human? Do you think it's an actual I mean, I know they say he is, but...
Well, I'm not the modern-day Pythagoras. I mean, Pythagoras, invented... Well, so Pythagoras might not even have been a real person. That's the thing about Pythagoras. It's not even known if he's a real person. But if he was a real person, he accomplished a lot, so...
Well, the 47th problem of Euclid, right?
That's another mathematician, another Greek mathematician. Euclid.
47?
Right.
Right. It's really interesting, man. I'm new to all this, and I don't know. I've been watching you for a minute, so I don't know. Just wanted to call in and ask a few questions.
All right. Well, hope I answered them okay.
All right, man. Appreciate it.
All right. Yeah. Take care.
All right. You too.
They don't make Macs like they used to. My old computer, the camera never froze. This one freezes every time. Drives me nuts. So. All right. Let's see. Stay on here for a few more minutes. Let's see what's going on in the chat. What about chemtrails? Yeah, chemtrails, another thing right in front of everybody's face. It's the most amazing thing that so many people deny it. Caller.
Hi.
Hello.
What's up, Zach? Long time no see, man.
What's up? Must be a couple?
Yeah, this is Tuesday 700 in the chat and stuff. But yeah, my girl been wanting to ask you something. She said, but we couldn't call you the last couple of live streams. By the way, I'm fucking in shock that they took your page down again, man. Hopefully you get that website up. I can't wait for it to be up because we'll be on that. You know what I mean? I'll be on it 24/7, 365, man. But yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I had a question. I've been seeing like so much stuff on the internet about like just little postings on Instagram pertaining to Tartania and like saying like the mudslides and hidden cities and all this stuff, like saying like several governments have, they've hidden this, and it's just like, so like they have their own flags. They had like apparently like a whole like economy, whole country type of thing, and they were flourishing. And so it's like, what happened? Like, why did several governments like work all together to take them out like completely? And I've just been like so interested in it because I can't find any content on it. Whenever I Google it or like YouTube, it says deleted videos. And it's funny because my cousin, she worked for YouTube, and she was telling me like about how she has to delete videos and like they'll be real, and she was like, man, I don't want to take it down, but then I don't want to like lose my job, so that's why she moved from YouTube to Facebook. So she was like, YouTube is trash, like they take down so much real content, and it's just sucks because a lot of people will have so many, like you have so many true statements, and people they just trying to cover their tracks, so they delete it. And she was telling me all about that. And so, I was just wanting to ask about that.
Okay, so you covered a few different things there. So the beginning, did you say mudslides?
Yeah, so what is it? It's called Tartania, I believe.
Oh.
And they were saying that they had like a huge mudslide to like cover up cities, basically to like drown it and like the people in it, to cover like everything and to make sure like it's not known of. But they had like a whole flag and economy system, whole like country, and it was really flourishing. So I was trying to figure out like what happened, like why did they destroy it? And like they literally like made every like old, like basically their history is gone. And I'm just like, why? Like that's so frustrating. Like you want to learn about something and they're taking it away, like just the history of before, like all of this is here. And it's like, why? Like you want to not cover up certain other things, but how does that make them less relevant than everything now?
So I think essentially when you think about it, it's just like the person that called a few calls ago and asked about the Bible, and I said, well, I mean, the thing about the Bible is we know that there's things that are supposed to be in there that have been taken back and are kept in vaults by the Vatican. So it's very clear that the controllers of the world have decided that the people of the world are not entitled to know the truth, the full reality of this world we live in. And all of us should be asking, well, why is that? So why can we not know the truth? Why is the truth being hidden? Why are we being kept from this? And for most people, they don't care enough because they're like, well, whatever, what I do know is good enough. I got my television, my couch, my comfy bed, this delicious food, something to drink on over here, something to smoke on. And but yeah, for those of us who are awake and seeking, we know that there's just certain things that obviously are being kept from us. So
Yeah, it's just frustrating that they're just taking that away, and it's like I really want to look more into it, but we don't really have the resources to do that, and it's like they really try to like relinquish everything, and it's just very frustrating. It's like, how do you guys feel like you're more entitled than us? Like, I don't know. I think it's just they're scared of like what the people, because the people have people have somewhat power, but like I feel like it would really cause like breaking wars and all this extra nonsense stuff, and it's crazy how people feel comfortable to not do anything about it, because it's frustrating. Like, how can you just sit down and not care about these things? Like, everything has a reason. Everything happened for some reason, good or bad. Something happened, and it's like I really wanted to know, and it's just so frustrating. I can't find any content on it besides like what I've been seeing like on Instagram, and even those posts have been taken down, so I can't like go back on it, and it just sucks. Because I'm not the type to like sit down and like be okay with like not being able to see certain things. Like, I want to learn more. I want to understand why we're not able to see this. Like what is the purpose? Like, come on now, it's like the 20th century. Like, I'm pretty sure it's like we could have something like.
Yeah, I hear you. I think we all feel the same way, so.
Yeah, it's just frustrating.
Yeah, I know it.
Right on, bro. Hey, Zach, all right, one more question on my end. Why don't you barely talk about, the Anunnaki people, Like, is that your field of work, or you don't feel like...
Did you say Anunnaki?
Yes, my brother. Anunnaki people.
Yeah, I bring it up sometimes. I bring it up sometimes. It's just, I think it's an interesting theory. I think it's entirely possible. It's just, how is anyone going to prove if it's true or not? So...
Because, like, I feel like, just like in Africa, like all the hieroglyphics, just the tall bird people, who are those people, the 9-footers,
Sure.
But I don't know. I was just saying, like, are they, like, just number related and stuff like that? Like, I don't know. I was just wondering, see if you had any more insight on it than I did.
Sure. No, I think the theory of the Anunnaki is really interesting, and it makes a lot of sense that a greater species came here and essentially created a slave race, which is us. You look around at us, it makes a lot of sense. It seems like most people, they were made to be slaves. The way they think and behave and fall in line with authority, even if it's not justified at all. But the point you just made about the tall drawings, you could say, well, they are just drawings. Sometimes people draw things that are more about a story than reality. But at the same time, that could be evidence that there was a different race.
Because go ahead. I'm listening. Go ahead.
Well, I made my point. I was just going to say, where are those people now? Did they go into hiding? So.
I just feel like they're watching over us, like I feel like they want us to become one, and then they'll come back to Earth or something. But I don't know. I just feel like the way we're going right now, it's just like we're going to kill each other. Like we're going to be dead before we'll be able to even like see the Anunnaki people, because it's like we're going to end up going to war with Russia. But it could be propaganda and everything. But you never know, man. You never know.
You never know. You never know. It's true. Right.
You never know.
All right, man. Appreciate the call from you and your lady. You guys have a good evening.
You too, man. Keep doing you, man. Can't wait.
All right, will do.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Have a good night. Bye.
You too. Bye.
Yeah, so, there's a lot of things that are interesting to me that I don't talk about just because I stick to things that I can prove. And I think I do a good job about that. And I do cover a lot of topics, but my message is mostly fixated on showing people the agenda that's taking place, especially here in the United States, to enslave us, take away our rights and liberties, who's executing this agenda, how are they keeping us distracted, and everything else we talk about. Ritual murders weekly, how sick is it? So I can't prove the Anunnaki. And I can't say, well, again, I stick to things I can prove, so. What do you guys think about my response to YouTube for being deleted? I wrote. Well, hold on. I got a caller here. Caller?
Yes, this is Steve.
Hi, Steve.
Murders weekly.
You gotta mute your video in the background.
I can't prove the Anunnaki.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good. Hello?
Yeah, you're on.
Okay. Hello?
Yeah, you're on.
Yeah, Zach?
Yeah,
Hear me?
that's me. I hear you.
Did you hear about the death of a recent Rothschild?
No? Nope. When did that happen?
It happened August 8, 2019.
On August 8th, huh?
Yeah.
All right, let me see. August 8th, did you say 2018 or 19?
19.
Oh, was it the woman?
Yeah, it was a 15-year-old.
Maybe I did cover
And I
this.
can't say, well,
I hear my video coming through on your thing again.
Okay.
Okay, maybe I didn't cover this. Gerald A. Rothschild. No, this is somebody different. Coral Springs, Florida.
No, it wasn't. It was Goldsmith.
Goldsmith.
Iris Goldsmith is like, she's 15 years old. Her mother's Kate Rothschild. Father was Ben Goldsmith.
Goldsmith. Obituary. All right. You said the mother's name was Kate Rothschild?
Yeah, Kate Rothschild. And she died at 15. She died in a weird bicycle accident. Like some sort of Jeep flipped over and she got killed at 15 years old. And she had a funeral in the church in England.
Quad bike accident. Okay, got it. Iris Goldsmith. It looks like, well, the story was posted July 10th, so it must have been before August 8th.
Because it was, she died in a car crash. It's pretty bizarre. And she died at 15. Taylor Swift has a song called 15.
Sure. What's interesting about the number 15 is when you write out 15 as a word, it sums to 38, like death, like murder, like killing, like R.I.P.
Yeah. Because I think it was something weird. I don't know if the death was faked, like the Illuminati is faking these things just to send like a weird message, or she really is dead, or maybe she wasn't even a real person. We don't know. Because we don't know if these are real people they're putting on TV. And the American media ignored the death. It only was reported in British media, and also the Australian media. The American media did not report at all. Not the New York Times, not the Washington Post.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into this story more. I got to figure out what date it happened, because it's written about July 10th, so it must have been before August 8th.
I could be wrong, because I think it's August 8th, because I think the Daily Mail and other British newspapers reported the 8th and August 8th, or not August 8th actually. And they showed pictures of the girl, and they showed you find pictures of the girl in the funeral holding the casket, the family carrying the casket. That's the picture. You got it.
Oh, yeah, here's another story from the BBC about her death on July 19th, so it has to be before August 8th. So she was killed in an all-terrain vehicle accident. She died in her family's farm near the village of North Brougham on July 8th. She died July 8th. July 8th. So that would have been a date with 34 numerology, murder number. July 8th. Scottish Rite 78. I think that's the 189th day of the year. Yes, the 189th, leaving 176 remaining. I'd have to look more into it, see if I can figure out her birthday, family's birthday.
Well, I did something, and 666 came up, and you put Iris Goldsmith, 666 comes up in the calculator. But if you put her full name in, 666 doesn't come up.
So her name Iris Goldsmith, just in our base ciphers, equals 189, and she died on the 189th day of the year, July 8th. So Freemasonic equals 189. So
there's a lot of weird things about it. For the same family, there was a Rothschild they said committed suicide in the 1990s.
They say he was trying to make a deal with another merged bank. They say he committed suicide in some fancy hotel room. And the children of that Rothschild married what's called the someone famous. Was it the what's called Paris Hilton's sister? Paris Hilton's sister married a Rothschild.
Really? Okay. I did not know that.
I forgot her name. It slipped my mind. Doesn't matter. You'll find it on Google. But she's married. She's related to the same people as Paris Hilton, the Hilton family. And there's a picture of her strange because she's a Jewish family wearing a crucifix. It's a picture of wearing, there's like a strange picture. She's wearing a crucifix. You look at all the pictures, one wearing a crucifix, she's identified as like a Christian.
Yeah, I'm sure it's symbolic, so I'll look into it more. In real time, I'm starting a blog post on it. I'll do more research on this, but right away I see her name was 189 and she died on the 189th day of the year, so that stands out to me.
Yeah. We don't know if she really died, because, for example, the elite, they don't really die. They're like immortal. They can't like die in these accidents because they actually they have a cure to everything.
Well, maybe, but I mean, if let's just say it's the organic matrix. Let's say she really was on a quad and she hit the jump and it flipped and she landed on her neck. I mean, her neck could break and she could die. It's possible.
No, but they can actually, the ruling elite has technology
to bring people
transfer
back.
A soul into a new body.
Well, I've heard this, and that is possible. So, I mean, I can't vouch that I know that that's a fact, but it's definitely in the realm of possibility. So. And maybe that is what...
There's something strange going on. Because there was another death of another Rothschild, of a French Rothschild. It was actually interviewed by PBS and Bloomberg by, what's his name, famous interview guy, his name slipped my mind, Charlie Rose. She was like, she controls the wine. Philippine Rothschild died, and she actually controlled the wine division of the Rothschilds in France. She's a French Rothschild. And she died. So a lot of Rothschilds are dying all over the place. One committed suicide in the 90s. It's like he hung himself. And there's some weird shit going on. So I don't understand what's going on. I don't know if there's like they're playing games with us, the Illuminati, or this is really something serious is going on. Maybe there's a shift in power in the power structure.
That's possible. That there's usually power struggles in any group, so entirely possible. All right, caller. Well, I appreciate you bringing this to my attention. I had not covered this, but just looking at it for a moment, already caught something. And again, I encourage all people to go out and do your research just to make sure the information you're spreading is correct. You were right that she was killed. It's just not on August 8th. It was actually July 8th.
Oh, I messed up the day. Sorry.
Yeah.
I got the month confused. I was nervous.
No, that's okay, man. Not a big deal. Just always just make sure you got your facts straight, because that's the thing about when you're exposing information. I mean, if you're exposing this to somebody who's not awake and then they find one little thing, they'll be like, "Oh, you don't have that right. Why should I listen to anything you said?" So.
I know. I should have got my facts right, but I know because people are going to be looking at something. They got the month wrong to screw things up. But
sure. But I really appreciate it. Yeah, great heads up. I already see that there's something interesting going on here. So.
And also, Coldplay had a song called "Vida La Vida." And the lyrics are, "I used to rule the world."
I used to, huh?
That's a song, Coldplay song. Why would Coldplay have a song about a king losing his empire?
Yeah, interesting.
Because Coldplay has a song, "Vida La Vida," and it shows images of the French Revolution. It says, "I used to rule the world. I used to see just rise when I gave the word." His lyrics. And in 2008, the song was released. It's pretty bizarre. Then all of a sudden, all this weird shit started to happen. I mean, is there some sort of transfer in power in the Illuminati to another group of people? You don't know. Or maybe this is all staged. Some joke. They're playing with us.
Well, they're definitely playing with us, no doubt about it.
And I know there's codes in the music.
I know they put truth in fiction.
Right.
For example, like, there's some truth in fiction. Like, for example, a lot of books have truth in a lot of books, like fiction, works of fiction, science fiction, have truth, they hide truth in it. And there was a book, there's a movie in 1985 called Back to the Future.
Right.
And that was pretty weird. Why would they put a weird movie like that out of the blue unless there's some truth to it?
Right. But
It could very well be, we don't know. We don't know if there's time travel. We don't know. We can't prove it. You can't prove it. But there's circumstantial evidence in science fiction, in written works, hidden truth. And they put it in movies, on television. They put it on all sorts of stuff.
yeah, absolutely. So. All right, brother.
So,
I appreciate the
and,
call.
All right, so if you look into this, and if anything, and also the Matrix. A lot of people are talking about simulation theory.
Simulation theory?
Yeah, we're living in a computer simulation.
Sure.
Now, I heard rumors in the street the human race was put in a computer simulation in 1986.
Well, again, anything's possible.
Now, that can't be verified online, but that's just a rumor.
Sure.
That right after they blew up the space shuttle Challenger, months later they put the human race in a computer simulation.
I don't understand how something like that could be done, but
Well,
again,
basically what they did is they took out the human race, they put the souls in a computer simulation, and we're in like the Matrix, as some people believe, and they're going to grow new bodies for us and take us out of the Matrix.
well, again, anything's possible. The reason I don't care for theories like that, even if they are true, is just because they're kind of defeating. I mean, because if we're living in a computer simulation, then there really is there's no way out, and I don't think it's that way. I mean, how old are you?
35.
So we're about the same age. So we were alive in 1986. I mean, it doesn't seem like somebody would have noticed if some big transition like that happened worldwide. I just
People did know this. I remember some people intuition knew something was wrong in the 80s.
okay.
And also other things I know is people, like something called the Mandela effect. People can't be proven. I'm not saying that people should look into it, Google it, but there's something, people are changing things in the simulation. For example, the chase sign changed from white to black. A lot of things are changing in the Matrix. They change things to play games with us.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, I'm familiar
So I
with this.
think we could be. We don't know. You can't prove it, and maybe it's not going to help us. But there's kind of some strange thing going on, and also, there's also truth to extraterrestrials and space aliens, because people on military. I'm not talking about the mainstream stuff. But on military bases, they have like extraterrestrials have landed on military bases. I saw it happen. You don't have to believe me. It's all speculation. And there's different species of extraterrestrials communicating with the government and the Illuminati. And hello, are you there?
I'm here. I'm listening.
And so I've seen this. The ruling elite have reverse engineered spacecraft. They go to other planets. You don't have to believe that. You can't. There's some information on the web about a secret space program on the internet. They say that someone hacked a military website, and they said that they saw the government has spaceships the size of aircraft carriers, intergalactic spaceships.
Okay.
That's actually on the internet. And so someone hacked the website. So this is sort of a non-terrestrial force like going to other planets, which is true. And there's some strange things going on, and it appears, Rothschild was there was actually a weird wedding article I read about the Rothschild wedding. They said they married at a very young age. She was like 20-something years old when she got married, at 21. And it was a young marriage. They said, oh, they had a baby. And 15 years later, Taylor Swift had a song called 15, those weird stuff. Well, I'm not saying that's a reason, but Taylor Swift is definitely Illuminati. You don't have to believe it. I mean, I can't, actually, because that's something strange when she has messages in her videos have like some sort of like if you interpret it as perhaps Illuminati message, because all the entertainers, I believe, are controlled by the Illuminati. All the politicians, everything's controlled.
Right.
So that's a lot of people think. I know for a fact, because I know I've dealt with to have like situation, but so basically the situation in the world is the ruling elite have advanced technology that they're not sharing with the public, and very advanced technology. Some is reverse engineered from extraterrestrial technology. They're not sharing with the public, and and they don't really need the average person because they have so advanced. They don't need really all this stuff they give us is junk to control us, and all the technology they have is so advanced. They don't have computer chips. They use some very advanced computers that have nothing to do with semiconductors. I mean, this stuff is primitive. This stuff, it's a little joke. It's like you have these in Japan in 2002 built a supercomputer called the Earth Simulator, and all of a sudden the United States made a big deal about it. Oh, we have to catch up to Japan because Japan is the world's fastest supercomputer. So we're going to spend billions building crappy supercomputers with off-the-shelf technology, so we can do massive calculations. Use extremely large amounts of electricity to do a calculation. And this is all bullshit because the government has these computers are very primitive compared to what the government has and what the elite have. Is not particularly they're a waste of money. They're a scam basically. Everything's a scam. The space program never. Some people say it's a scam. Some people say the space shuttle never took astronauts into orbit. A lot of people believe that. So I mean. But there's some weird connection between the Avro Arrow of Canada. You look up the Avro Arrow of Canada, and when you're pull this up, Avro Arrow of Canada, and it says some weird article about it that it said it destroyed all the tools of the Avro. The manufacturer of the Avro Arrow in Canada, which ahead of its time in the 1950s, had to be destroyed. They're so advanced. So basically, the very well be time travelers planted the Avro Arrow, Canada's Avro Arrow in the past in the 1950s. So someone's manipulating history with a time machine, with time travel. There's proof of that in Avro Arrow. There's proof of that in the Biff character, Back to the Future, is based on Donald Trump. And so something's going on. There's like Adventures of Behrendt, a lot of mainstream conspiracy people talk about Baron Trump. Looks like a book from the 1800s, The Adventures of Baron Trump. I'm not sure of the date of the book. So I have to look it up. So there's something going on. There's something with something in stage and time travel.
Right. So another thought about that is, have you seen the film?
H.G. Wells' book was written in 1895.
Here, can I interrupt you and say something real quick?
Manipulating history.
Can I say something real quick?
What was that?
Yeah. Can you hear me talking?
I hear you now. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So about the Trump book, I know what you're talking about. Sometimes have you seen the film Wag the Dog? Wag the Dog. Have you seen the film?
Yes.
Do you remember in that film how they create the historical information and they just put it in the historical record even though it's not real, and then they bring it up as historical fact?
Right.
Sometimes I wonder things like that with the Trump book and whatnot. So, I mean, all of this is possible.
I believe, because I heard rumors, Michio Kaku, the TV scientist, has I think a TV show, a radio show. He says time travel is possible, but we need the power of the sun and the energy of the sun to do it. So
I mean, he's a famous scientist, but
on TV.
So some scientists say it's possible.
But think about what you're saying right now. So think about what you're saying, caller. I mean, he's a guy who's famous on TV. TV's mostly misinformation. So
no, they put. I'm not saying it is misinformation, but they put the hide the truth in fiction, and they put they hide things. There's some weird. There's a movie called Hot Tub Time Machine.
Mm-hmm.
So they're playing a time machine theme. Something's going on. A lot of time travel movies shows. There's a time travel show on regular TV. A lot of time travel. There are 2 time travel shows recently on TV on different channels. So like they're talking a lot about time travel. They're making a music video somewhere, I think California, New York, was actually Back to the Future themed. And it's going to be a Back to the Future themed music video about time, about something about almost like time travel like that. They're telling us something. So I mean, I believe it's possible. I heard truth about the Philadelphia experiment, which they talked about on the media,
right,
on the internet. So it's a possibility somebody could be maybe the Illuminati or the government has time travel.
Yeah, it's possible.
So we don't know what's going on. We don't know. I can't prove it. I know we're proving it, but
all right, you said a lot, man. I appreciate it. A bunch of people have tried to call in the time you've been on. It's obviously got a lot of stuff to get out, but again, here's what I got to say back to you. All these things are interesting, but think about it. I mean, those of us who care about truth, we have a bad stereotype, that we're kind of crazy and we believe in a lot of nonsense. All the stuff you're saying, like you're having to fall back on, like I've heard rumors. So that's why I encourage people to talk about things that they can support and explain. And maybe there is time travel, but I mean, if you don't have any proof, I mean, what's even the point of talking about it? And so much stuff that's even put out in the truth community is just to keep people going in circles and chasing the next bit of information. Is there any relevance to it? Like, to me, it's like I do something very specific on this channel. I show what is going on, the agenda, who's responsible, and how we can shut it down, which is a big mission. But I mean, to me, that's where it's at. It's not like, oh my God, do they have time travel and are we in a computer simulation? I mean, because none of this helps anything. It doesn't help anything. If they have all that stuff, the only way we're going to find out is by essentially forming a critical mass, overthrowing these people, and finding out what they do have. Raiding their castles. So, to me, I don't like to just sit here and speculate and, just, I don't know, turn over every conspiracy theory that's floating out there. So that's just my own personal advice to you, because I'm just imagining if you're sharing this stuff with most people, like I'm an open-minded person. I'll listen, but at the same time, I'm thinking like, this gentleman right here, he's God bless him for being so curious and open. But it's like at the same time, I mean, you're talking a lot, and what can we do with any of this information? That's what I'm saying. All right, I don't mean to be insulting. I'm just saying, man, I don't know what to do with all this stuff. Okay, time travel, and I mean, if Donald Trump's a time traveler and it's been told about through the book, and you know what I want to do? I want to get. I guess I can't say what I want to do, but essentially, I want to throw out this criminal government outfit and find out if these people are shapeshifters or reptilians or Anunnaki or time travelers or what. The only way I'm going to get the answers to that questions is when I get enough people woke up to the agenda to help me do something about it. So that's the attitude and mentality I come with every single day.
Okay. I got your message, sir.
All right.
I love your work.
Thank you, man. And I do appreciate your call and everything you brought up. And you just contributed to a new blog post. So thank you for the information on Iris Goldsmith. You have a good night.
Have a good night, sir.
All right, take care. Caller, you got to mute your video. You got to mute your video. Caller, you're on. Caller, you're on. Then they hung up. Okay, well, that was interesting. I mean, and do you guys see how fast it is to see these things by understanding this knowledge? Like I'm having a conversation, I'm holding a phone with one hand, I'm typing with the other. It took 2 minutes to figure out okay, she died July 8th, she died on the 189th day of the year, and her name equals 189. Think that's a coincidence? And then it turns out her father was 38 years old. Her father's Ben Goldsmith, this man right here. So he had her relatively young. He was 23 when she was born. I guess it's when a lot of people start to have kids. Makes me feel old. I'm like, God, I don't have any kids, and I am 36. If I had kids, I would be an old dad. Anyway, Ben Goldsmith, 38 when his daughter dies. And even before we figured this out, I was saying, well, the thing that's interesting about 15 is when you write it out as a word, it equals 38, like death, like murder, like killing. So, and then it's a span of 113 days from his birthday. Scottish is 113. Scottish Rite 78. She died on 7/8, July 8th. I think it's cannibalistic within these powerful families. I think they do ritually sacrifice their own. There's a lot of this. And for the people who say why, it's like, well, I guess you got to be in the demonic mindset. You got to understand that their religion and spirituality, which I don't. I mean, I can observe it, I can see it's sick, but I can't understand why you'd say, that beautiful 15-year-old girl over there has got her whole life ahead of her. I need her to have her neck broken today for my own benefit. I mean, I can't logically comprehend that. I realize they're doing it, but... Caller?
Hey, Zach, this is Jason from Minneapolis.
Hey, what's up, man?
Not much, man. Instead of talking about time travel and everything like these people are talking about, man, the biggest problem is right here in front of us. It's our elections, it's our government, it's all this shit that they do to us.
That's what I was trying to say to him, man. That's what I was trying to say to him. It's like, look, we see what the problem is. Why? All this other shit out there is meant to keep your eye off the ball, is essentially how I see it.
Right, and the ball is the big fucking 8-ball that we're all hiding behind. It's our government, man. Unfortunately, I just spent a little stint in jail, and I was threatened as soon as I got there. The intake dude threatened me, talked shit, asked me, said something about kicking my ass. I called him out. Told him, bring it, motherfucker. I'm right here. Do it. Do what you want to try to do to me, but make sure that you know that I ain't going to stand here and take it like a bitch, dude. I'm going to beat your ass, and it's all on camera, so you come and do what you want to do. And then guess what they did to me? They put me in cell 220A, and then after I spent a couple days in there, they woke me up in the middle of the night, and they put me in 214B. That's a 5 and a 9. Like 59. And when I was in the intake, I started talking shit to all the people that were in there, sharing your work. And I'm showing them, look, this is what they do to us. And I know they heard me talking shit. And then what my wristband code was when you add all the numbers in? 33. And I had all these guards fucking eyeballing me, looking at me sideways. The whole fucking time I was in there, dude, 5 days. And they just didn't fucking like me, man, at all. And I'm like, okay, so you got me in the 5, then the 9 cell. You got my wristband. Everything adds up to 33. You guys are treating me like shit, like more so than everybody in here, And it's just like, it's right there. It's right there for everybody to see. They want to take your guns away. They say put all these mainstream stories out there, like, even Justin Trudeau. The blackface story. I saw a headline. They highlighted in the headline, I never should have. That's what they highlighted. Look that up, Zach. I never should have. It's fucking Bavarian Illuminati, man. 188 and 80, I think it was. It's right there for everybody to see. It's your governments that are fucking us.
Well, so that's perfect, because I did a video on this Justin Trudeau thing, and I know 188 come up in it. I have to, hold on, I got to pull up my post from it yesterday. I've already covered so many stories since then. So, sorry you were in jail, man. So, what did you get arrested for?
Man, I don't even want to talk about it.
Were you messing with those Masons again?
A DUI, dude, but it's bullshit.
Oh, shit.
It's bullshit. The guy said I didn't use my blinker. They pulled me over. They shook me down, pulled me out of my car right away, man. They got way ahead of the game. They put the cart in front of the horse. I admit I was drinking. Probably shouldn't have been driving, but I wasn't fucked up like that. And and they just ran with it, dude. I had a gun on me, which I'm legal to carry, but, you know, since I was over the limit, of course, they're just throwing all these things, stacking them on me.
Right. About the Bavarian Illuminati thing, the name Trudeau equals 99, like how the Bavarian Illuminati was established on a date with 99 numerology, May 1st, 1776. And from the date of the brown face story, they called it brown face, coming out to his birthday was 99 days. And let's see, what else did I write down here? So this happened. All right, hold on. Justin Trudeau equals 48, like Freemason, like Illuminati. Brown face equals 48. Supposedly he dressed in brown face at the Arabian Nights school gathering. Arabian Nights is 84, like Masonry, the reflection of 48. And then I pointed out that his name, Justin Trudeau, equals 183, like order out of chaos. And that phrase that you just said equals, what did I close the thing? What was the phrase you told me to write down again?
I never should have.
Yeah, I never.
That's what they quoted out of the whole phrase. That's what the words they highlighted was, I never should have.
I never should have, which does equal 188 and 80, just like Bavarian Illuminati. Bavarian Illuminati is
it's something like Rothschild's money too, or something like that. I saw.
Well, 188 is what the U.S. dollar bill denominations add up to, but 188 and 80, and then the Latin phrase for order out of chaos is ordo ab chao, which equals 188, and then the English way to say order out of chaos equals 183, like Justin Trudeau. So I see how it all comes together, and this story broke on the chaos date as well. So yeah, man, it's all perfect ritual, again and again.
It is. And these news stories, you know, I mean, I just can't believe that people are still willing to go vote for these people, man, like Trump. I mean, the people voted for Trump because remember back a few years ago, Zach, everybody voted for Trump. Well, a lot of people that voted for Trump, it was all about saving their Second Amendment rights. And then what's he do? He goes and implements the bump stock thing. And now he's talking about these red flag laws. So these people, they just don't get it, man. They keep doing it over and over. They keep consenting to these assholes in government, calling them leaders instead of representatives. And what do? They turn on the people, man. You know what I mean? And then it's always, well, I'm going to pick the lesser of two evils, you know? And they're willing to just get fucked over and over again.
It is, man. It is. It's hard to explain.
People need to quit talking about spaceships and everything, and then maybe start, you know, some of these people, maybe they should start gearing up for their election, dude, and go get a bunch of people, like-minded people, educate them, fill them in, and then go to their elected, the polling locations, you know, and maybe like try to show some of this to these people, you know, these fucking dumbasses that keep going and voting for these idiots, you know, because they're basically selecting their rulers, and I don't know that.
And to elaborate, to expand on what you're saying, it's more than just voting. I mean, the real way that you vote in this society is the way you spend your dollars. And if you spend your dollars at these big corporations, those are your real controllers anyway. So, you know, most people, and I harp on that because I know that so many people who are into the truth, they're still spending their money at these big corporations and these fast food restaurants and giving it right to the people who control us, and that's got to change too. So
you're right, man. You're totally right, and that's the thing. You know what? I just talked to my mom about that. My mom's kind of housebound. You know, she's got medical issues and don't get out. She can't get around without me. Shit like that, man. You know, and I told her, you know, Amazon is fucking evil. Amazon is the devil. Amazon is what runs everything else out of business. You ain't got no other places to go walk down the block to shop at because of Amazon. Because people, you know, and that's the problem. It's convenience. Our society, everybody's so fat and fucking lazy that they want to go and have convenience. They're willing to give up their rights for convenience.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's exactly right.
You know, it's like the airport. Oh, here, search my stuff. Treat me like a terrorist because I want to be able to fly to Colorado instead of drive or whatever. And so they submit their rights.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
It's just crazy, man.
Indeed.
But, alright, man. Well, hey, I'll get out of your way, let other people call in. But I appreciate your work, man. I love what you do. I appreciate the work and the effort and all the grinding you do, man. It's awesome.
Well, what pissed me off today is I grinded real hard to get my main channel caught back up because my suspension ended. I've been suspended for 2 weeks. And as soon as I finished re-uploading everything and letting people know to subscribe to the backup channel, the main channel got deleted just like that. So.
No, dude. No. Are you serious?
I'm on my backup channel right now.
I got onto this late.
Yeah, I'm on my backup channel right now, man. My main channel's gone. So.
Oh.
Yeah, I spent like 4 hours saving and re-uploading everything. So after working hard for 4 hours, just like that, I got an email that the channel was taken down. I was like, well, I'm glad I just put in 4 hours to do that.
Oh my God, man! You know what? I'm sorry to hear that. I'm really sorry to hear that.
Well,
and not only for you, but for everyone.
Yeah, there's a lot of important content.
Or haven't gotten your work yet. I feel bad for everyone involved, dude. That sucks.
Yeah, 18th channel deleted, so anyway.
Wow. How long until your website? Do you have a hard drive with any of that content on it?
I got almost everything backed up, but I mean, to re-upload 2,000 videos, I mean, that'd take over a week of time straight, so.
Oh, right. It will, right. Man, wow, that sucks, dude. Well, you know what? There it is. There's more evidence right there that the man is trying to shut up the message.
Yeah. All right, brother. Stay strong, man. Appreciate the call.
All right, man.
All right.
Have a good night.
Yeah, you too. Take care.
All right.
Caller?
Zach, you still doing a live stream?
I'm still doing a live stream.
All right. Can you call me after you do a live stream? Is it possible?
Oh, my God. It's already 9:30. Well, I guess I can call you back. I have a bunch of work to do that I'm not getting done.
12:32 on the Eastern time here.
Yeah, I'll call you back.
All right, Zach.
All right. All right, you guys. I really shouldn't have never even come on here. I just needed to vent because I have so much work to do. But I'm gonna wrap it up. Appreciate the support. If you guys could go out and get the book before it's banned again, that would be awesome. And, yeah. Anyway, I will continue to hang around. I'm not sure how long this channel is going to last for. The more I think about it, the more I better create another channel, because people on Patreon would be in trouble if this channel got deleted. So, hold on. One last caller. Caller?
Hey, Zach. How's it going? Sorry about what's going on with your channel. I just wanted to chime in and say that all the people watching ought to reach out to YouTube and express your frustrations and demand that the channel get reinstated. It's good that you put in the appeal, but if a lot of people are calling for it, it'll help.
Yeah, that would be awesome. It's just, where do you even send a message to YouTube? They're pretty hard to contact.
They are. You can, if you have a Twitter account, you can at Team YouTube, and they have email support and everything. But yeah, it's just an idea there.
Twitter
man,
at Team YouTube,
terrible.
At Team
Yeah.
YouTube.
That's what I would recommend people do, especially right now. Strike when the iron's hot, while your appeal is in process, and just everyone say that they made some mistake. And like you said in you worded it well in your comment here, where you frequently you say you routinely speak against misplaced hatred, and I think that's a great point. And yeah, you don't do anything wrong, so it's really a bad sign for the platform that so many people use. So I wish I had some better advice, but
well, that's good advice. I like this at Team YouTube idea. So I think everybody who's on this live stream who cares should go to at Team YouTube and say, reinstate Gematria Effect News channel, and while you're at it, reinstate his 17 other channels you deleted. So,
man, you've been getting the brunt of the censorship, the book burning, and it reminds me of I reread 1984 the other day, and that was Winston's job in you talked about that movie. Shoot, it's escaping me right now, but where they were altering
making up stuff about history. That was Winston's, or Wag the Dog or something.
Yeah.
Winston's entire job in the Ministry of Truth was to go back through the archives and correct any time when Big Brother was wrong, and remove any death tolls from the historical archive.
Right.
So we're seeing that more and more. They're just coming after everything. So.
Right, and that's what I realized once the internet came around, is that's what 1984 was actually talking about, the internet age, because it's just so easy to just change what's written and erase the records. So, yeah, indeed.
And the thing about 1984 is a lot of people would think that this has been creeping up for a long time, but these kind of problems have plagued us ever since, 48, when Orwell wrote that book, with the Soviet Union and Nazi Germany and everything. So
sure.
We have to keep fighting, but man, that stinks. You put so much time in there building up an audience on that other channel, and they really screwed all of us over who follow you.
Well, I mean, they've screwed me over so many times. The first time they deleted me is when I told people I was going away for 2 weeks to finish my book, and then in that week they put 3 strikes on the channel and took the whole channel down. I was like, oh, nice, YouTube.
How did it happen this time exactly? I missed the beginning of the stream. Was it like 3 copyright strikes, or not community guidelines back to back, or was it like?
So my suspension just ended today, and I put up a video telling people to subscribe to my backup channel because I'm probably going to be working there until a strike drops, so they don't delete the channel. And then after uploading the video, letting people know that I was back and the suspension was over, and they needed to subscribe to my backup channel, I got an email and another community guideline strike for a video that had already existed, which is even up on my backup channel, and they don't have a problem with it on my backup channel, but so
wow.
Yeah, it's just they did it on purpose, and I'm sure they did it just like that. Just they had me suspended for 2 weeks. It's probably just somebody just sitting there just waiting till I came back just to delete, just because they knew that would provoke. So.
Just wasting your time, yeah. But good thing you have that website coming up. We all see their strategy now is they like to keep picking away at people one by one, so the critical mass never does the exodus from their platform. But that's really what we need to do. It's just there's no good place to go for a platform. So hopefully that'll come. So I'll get out of the way for somebody else to call. Thanks for taking my call, Zach. Have a good one.
Yeah, take care. Have a good night. All right, so Twitter @Team YouTube. I guess this is a place where you can leave a comment. So I'm writing, please reinstate my channel, Gematria Effect News. It was deleted without warrant. I never violated the terms of service. Meanwhile, YouTube, Google allows videos to exist that I have reported. I can't type, which reveal my address, phone number, and other personal information. Thank you. Period. Tweet. Where did it go? I hate Twitter. I don't know where things go when you post it. Caller?
Hey, Zach, I'm going to go do that Twitter thing for you right now, but I also wanted to maybe advise getting a personal entertainment lawyer, maybe to look into this. I don't know if you had anybody that was into law or any lawyer, but that's what I advise you do, because it's pretty unfair what's going on here.
Did you say a entertainment lawyer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll have to look into that.
Yep, that's all I have, Zach.
All right, appreciate it. Thanks, man.
No problem, man.
Take care. Okay, well, I know I just sent a tweet. Caller?
Zachary.
Yes.
How you doing, sir?
I'm doing all right.
My girlfriend and I are having a big argument because I love your work, and she wants to ask you some questions, so she's right here.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you? We actually don't have no argument. He just played me your video. Hi.
Hi.
It's amazing what you're doing. This is my first time seeing this. How did you get to this point where you probably know too much?
Well, doing a lot of research, reading asking questions.
Because these are the questions you cannot ask.
Well, yeah, we've gotten to the age where there's questions you can't ask. That's for sure. So.
That's very good. I'm gonna buy your book. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And keep up the good work.
I will. I appreciate you phoning in, and thank you for supporting the book.
Thank you so much. Bye.
All right, you have a good night. Bye. Yeah, I mean, after 9/11, I realized I was a man on an island. Everyone thought I was crazy for questioning the event, and my focus went from grades and girls to grades and righting the wrongs of 9/11. I made it my personal mission. My mom used to always say, my mom was like the only person in the world that I knew of at the time that saw through 9/11. Eventually I met a professor who did, and then another professor, but my peers and other students, they didn't see through it. And but anyway, I started reading a lot, and because of 9/11, I started reading. I mean, truly, I didn't really read before 9/11, but research. That's how I figured out what I figured out. Caller?
How you doing, Zach? This is Will from the Bay Area.
What's up, Will from the Bay Area?
Hey, I got into your work because I saw your Frida Foreman video, and actually, my grandfather is related to George Foreman. So that is kind of how I got started looking into your work. And I know eventually you probably want to be able to, sit back and let other people put this information out. So I have a question for you.
Uh-huh.
Would it be okay if I, shared your blog post on, my channel and probably share this information with, a younger audience?
Anyone's free to use any of my work. I don't assign... all my work's free to share, so...
All right, for sure, man.
I always tell people too.
I have a real deep interest into this stuff,
Yeah. So please share. That's what I put it out there for. And I always tell people if they buy a copy of my book, because it's an ebook. I mean, you can put it in an email and forward it to 1 million people too. I don't care if you do that, but.
Right. I have a digital copy of your book, and I've been reading it, and I love every part.
Very cool. Thank you.
All right, man. Take it easy.
All right. Yeah. Take care. So this is how he found me, the death of Frida Foreman. Remember, she died at age 42, number stamped all over Black history. And not only did she die at 42, but she died 59 days after her father's birthday, and that's the other number stamped all over Black history. Slavery's 42, the N-word, Jackie, a million other things are 42. And I must have wrote down 59 here. What, did I not write it down? Here it is. Negro, slave, blues, Rasta, they're all 59. When you run the alphabetic order in reverse, they're all 76. Like the Million Man March was on the day, leaving 76 days left in the year. Like Acts 7:6 is the prophecy about 400 years of being a mistreated slave in a foreign land. And she died 222 days from her own birthday, and her father's name's 222. So he was just saying this is how he found my work. And isn't that funny that they say the George Foreman girl removes 42% of fat? She died in Houston, Texas, 181, the 42nd prime. So 42 and 59, they always bring those numbers together in sick rituals. So that's how he found it. If you haven't read my book, there's a chapter on the race war throughout history about how they always do 42 and 59 again and again. So, All right, Team YouTube on Twitter. If you're sick of the censorship, let them know about it. But I don't know where my message went. I know I sent a message. I don't know where it went to. I'm not real proficient on Twitter. Caller?
Hello?
Hello?
Hi, who's this?
It's Zach. Did you mean to call my phone?
Hi, Zach. Yes, my name is Buddy Wallace. I'm from New Jersey.
Okay.
I've been watching your work since 5 years now. I'm a big sports fan.
Okay.
And, I've been winning a lot of money. You told me about the Broncos-Panthers Super Bowl. You told me about the Broncos are going to beat them.
Right. Okay, you've been around.
Yeah, I've been around for a long time, and I just want to say thanks for all the work and all the sports talk, and you do a great job.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Do you have one pick for me this week?
One pick?
Just give me one pick for Sundays.
Well, hey, man, if you want a bunch of money, why don't you sign up for my Patreon? I do picks on there every single day.
Yeah, I know, but I just don't do it. Can you give me one pick?
Well, that's what I'm supposed to be working on right now, man, is I'm supposed to be getting my football work done. That's what I should be doing right now. So I don't have the information ready. But if you sign up for Patreon, I'll be talking about it tomorrow, man. So.
All right, sounds good. I'll sign up.
All right, appreciate it. Take care.
Thank you.
See ya. Yeah, that's what I'm supposed to be doing right now. And that's the other thing that actually bothers me. I love helping people win. I hate when I'm wrong about what the information I put out. I hate being wrong. And it does happen. And lately, what's funny is, I've done well the whole time I've done here at predicting things, sports and otherwise. But I feel that now that I have this Patreon and I charge and there's people there that are trolling all day, I think a lot of times they're watching what I put out for picks, and I honestly think that I'm causing some games to get flipped. And it's not just because I'm calling the games. There's people on there who are putting a lot of money on the games. But I don't like having to sustain the movement this way. It's actually the thing that I hate the most right now, is that the people who are supporting this movement are gamblers. Hey, to each their own. If you want to gamble, go for it. But I wish the people who supported this movement were the people who actually cared about this work and getting free. And I wish, all 70,000 people who just got deleted from my channel had pledged $1 a month, because we'd be light years ahead. Caller?
Hey, what's up?
What's up, man?
So I made a comment on one of your videos. I don't know if you saw it or not, but the Packers head coach, Matt LaFleur, whatever his last name is, he's 2-0, and the last time that's ever happened in Packers history was in Vince Lombardi years.
Sure. He's got some magic numbers. This
so,
week,
and it's the 100th season, so, and the whole Bart Starr thing.
Right.
And I think the Packers are actually probably going to go Super Bowl this year.
It's not out of the question. Aaron Rodgers, if he wins this week, he gets his 103rd regular season win. Broncos equals 103 who he's playing, so...
Yeah, I keep telling my friend that, because I'm actually a Packers fan, and my buddy's a Broncos fan. I'm trying to, show him this work, and he just has his head up his ass and doesn't believe anything.
Yeah, there's a lot of people like your friend, so I know how that goes.
But you enjoy the rest of your night, my man.
All right, take care, man. See you.
You too, bye.
I guess for the last caller, that looks pretty promising. I got to look at it some more. I've done my light decoding work, but Rodgers getting his 103rd win over the Broncos, 103. That's looking pretty right. So, week 1 they won 10-3, 103 days from the death of Bart Starr. Last night, Thursday Night Football, was 103 days from the death of Andrew Jackson on the day, leaving 103 days left in the year. 27th prime, you get a score summing to 27 points only because of a bunch of bizarre play calls. So, let me refresh this page and see if I can find people's comments filing in. Maybe that's not the way it works. 3 minutes ago. Different language. I don't see my comment. I don't know how it works. This is why I don't use so many... I'm so dumb when it comes to the computer. For those of you guys who think I'm smarter than you, I'm not, trust me. I cannot figure out any of these social media applications. Like, okay, I just wrote something, where did it go? Apparently nowhere, so... Alright guys, I am going to wrap it up. I got a whole bunch of work to do, and I'm hours behind. And, yeah, so... Alright, you guys. Until next time, and if there isn't a next time on this channel, because you just never know, they might go channel deleting crazy. Just continue to search Zachary K. Hubbard, Gematria, you'll find me. And don't be afraid to do a search outside of YouTube, So, just follow my blog, Free to Find Truth. I post information there too, so... I will let everybody know when the new website is up. Download Twitter client TweetDeck. Okay, then I probably won't know how to use that either, but let's see. All right, one last caller.
Hey, what's up, Zach?
What's up, man?
Hey, what's up, man? Hey, dude, I just gotta give you a shout out, dog. Like, the work you put out there, man, I'm still surprised that there's a lot of callers that are still sports fans, you know, and it bothers me a lot that people actually call in and be like, yeah, I'm a New York Knicks fan or whatever fan you are, you know what I mean? Like, dog, you put in so much work into this shit. Like, it bothers me that people are still attached to these teams. Like, this shit is so fucking scripted, you know?
Indeed.
Yeah, man, and it bothers me a lot, man. And I want to see this movement. Like, we got to take it to another level, you know. And I know you've been putting in the work, and us as a community, dog, we got to support you. You know what I mean? We gotta put your work out there. We gotta put the word out there, you know. And so I feel like we have to talk about it more. You know, we can't just be a sports fan or just be a fan of just betting. You know what I mean? We gotta be a fan of the work that you're putting out there, because it's more than just sports. You know, it's about life. It's about it's deeper than any sports game you can watch. You know what I mean?
Right. It's about getting free, man. It's about getting free from under this agenda. So.
What's up?
To me, it's about getting free from this agenda, not having to live under this tyranny. I mean, that's what it's about. So.
Exactly, man. You know, fuck paying taxes, fuck paying the government, fuck the feds, fuck the police, fuck everything, dog. You know what I mean? Fuck the corporations that are fucking poisoning our food and our fucking toothpaste and all that shit, man. It bugs me a lot, man. And I just wanted to call in and you know, show you support. You know, like, it's deeper than sports, you know. And I know you spend a lot of time, you know, throughout your day and you know, decoding these games, and it's like, and it's deeper than that, you know what I mean? And we gotta wake up as a society, you know. So I just want to thank you, dog, for everything you've done. Like, especially for my life, dog. You woke me up. Like, I started off with Alex Jones and watching other channels, and it's like, yeah, Donald Trump, this and that. But it's like, dude, you showed us numbers, man. You showed us like the significance of what 74 means, 42, and it's like, damn, it's fucking deep, you know. And I know you've been promoting that underground rapper Snake. What's his name? Snake. Pletskowski or something. What's his name?
He needs one of those 3-letter names that I can pronounce. I know his name's tricky. So.
Yeah. Okay, well, you get the point, though, right? You know. But yeah, man, we gotta support people like that. You know, we gotta support you. You gotta support Snake. You gotta support the whole community, man. We gotta come together and, you know, fuck the sports, fuck the government. We gotta start our own agenda. You know, we gotta start this movement. You know, like, if we're really truth seekers, we gotta be about it. You know what I mean? It's deep, man, and I appreciate you, dog. You know, it's like, damn, it's an eye opener for me, man, and I thank you so much, man. Thank you for all the work you put in, and I don't know what else to say, man. But man, if I had a choice to vote you for president, dog, you'd be my first choice, you know.
Well, I appreciate that, and I appreciate your message. It's a good way to conclude this, because you're right on point, and I wish everyone felt like you and thought like you, because just had my head nodding the whole time. So, well said. Thank you.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna keep supporting you no matter what, man. If I win, dog, I live out here in Vegas, and I called you about that iLot commercial. If I already put my bet on the Packers, dog. If I win, I'm gonna hook you up too, dog. So don't even trip, man. I got you, man.
All right, appreciate that, man. You have a good night.
Yeah, for sure, man.
All right.
Yeah, you too, man. Thank you.
All right, take care.
All right, man. Later.
Okay, so yeah, that is the final point that I want to make. Actually, I saw somebody say something about how we need to start a publishing company. That's actually my idea right now. I want people who have resources to get in contact with me. Let's put our money together and create our own publishing company, censorship-free press or something like that, because that needs to happen too. And I realize that needs to exist just because of all the trouble I've gone through just trying to get my book printed. And we just got to figure out a way to pool our resources and make a thing that exists that is getting the word out about truth, that's dedicated to truth, that's dedicated to spreading the message and helping other people who have important things to say and voices get their word out there. All of that needs to happen. And again, the other thing that I need to say is, and that caller was just speaking to it, is the reality is I'm spending way too much time right now decoding sports. And the reason I have to is because that is where the support is for this movement right now. And, decoding, the thing is, even though I'm decoding sports all the time, I'm still keeping up with pretty much everything else, but it's also the reason I'm not sleeping and, crankier than I should be. And also the reality is I could put even more time into the research, and ultimately what needs to happen is, just more energy needs to be put into things that aren't sports related. And pounding the pavement's the other thing that really needs to happen. So to pound the pavement, it does take resources. To travel, when I first started this thing in 2013, 2020 was 7 years off, and I said, that was the goal I set. By 2020, let's have the world seeing clearly. And here we are. It's like 2 months and a few days until 2020. Wait a minute. Is that bad math? I guess 3 months and a few days. But it's almost here. And is the world anywhere near seeing clearly? So I feel like what needs to happen with this election coming up, because elections grab the mind's eye of the masses, is it's like there needs to be a group of us following around the candidates and in a big group with T-shirts and just getting the word out about how rigged the system is, what a democracy we don't live in. And then for the moron that comes up, it's not a democracy, it's a democratic republic. No, it's not that either, asshole. It's an Illuminati dictatorship, literally, and here I'm going to prove it to you like it's never been proven to you before. So anyway, that is what's on my mind, and I'm thinking of with the website that I'm having built, because I've created this industry of sports decoders, and now everyone's setting up their Patreon page and charging the same price as me and advertising on my page and going, I'm even better than Zach, sign up for my page. And I don't care. You know what? If you're better than me and you're using this knowledge and you're helping people win, then fine. But what I would like to do to help those people actually get traffic is, once the website's established, again, one of my goals with the website being built is to help other people transition from whatever they're doing now from work to doing something more like this. So if you want to build a product to help further this movement, a calendar, a book, clothing, a board game, whatever creative idea you have that could help people come around to this knowledge, this work, this message, then I want to take your product and put it on my website, and you will get the proceeds of the sale. Almost all of them. I'm going to take a small percentage for the site and the movement, but it'll be something like you get 90%, 10% goes to the movement. So the website is expensive to build, and to me that sounds pretty reasonable. I'm getting you traffic, I'm getting you, people who are interested in this, and your contribution is to go back to the cause. So I don't think anyone's going to argue with that. But I'm just imagining if somebody puts together a really cool game or book or clothing item or whatever, and it sells a lot, maybe they realize, like, wow, I can do this for a living instead of, working at YouTube censoring people or whatever you're doing right now that's probably not helping the world. So yeah, those are the things that are cooking up, and they'll be here sooner than later. That's the good news. So I think the website's probably still about a month out. Yeah, we have another big meeting Tuesday night, so we'll see. All right, you guys. Have a great rest of your day. I see we're about to hit the 3-hour mark. Let's wrap it up just shy. Until next time.